Connecting. And I clicked the live button. Hello there. Hopefully we're live. Hopefully this is working. I'm Ash Mannix. We're playing Iwaihime today. And once again, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Pixel.
I'm drinking Pepsi Max today.
And for some reason, you sound quieter than usual, and I wonder if I think on the stream you might be the same. I think it's just my setup here for some reason.
Hang on, let me test it.
Are you going to listen to us on the live stream?
Do you know what? I am a bit quieter on stream, but I think that's fine. I prefer this. I'm usually too loud anyway.
It's fair enough. Fair enough. Hello, yes, Iwaihime. I can't remember what happened last time. I think it, not last week, but the week before is when we had slug, tail, tentacle, penetration.
Hello, I heard tentacle penetration. I've woken up now.
and last week we were introduced to another character who is an idol, is an idol, used to be some cleaning child idol thing. She unfortunately grew up and grew a set of boobs and like a waistline.
I don't think she has a waistline really. Magical cleaning Princess Lily. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you remembered. Yes, so we were introduced to her and just kind of like the stuff around that, and she experienced something weird when they were cleaning up at the old shrine, where she was in a room, a building full of dolls, and then she came across our character, which I can't remember his name of, the protagonist, and it turns out he was just a figment of her imagination. So that's as much as I remember. I don't know why it feels so long since we did this last.
Because it's been a week.
It's only been a
long time.
I know, but in my head it feels like a month or something. I think time is slowing down. Oh, what's it saying? The stream. So, another thing, right? There's no one in the chat, so no one cares. But I've set my stream to use AV1. This is my test.
Okay.
This is my test stream.
Oh, you're testing AV1 today?
Yeah, because I was going to test it sometime at the weekend, but mate, I have been too lazy to try. So
hello, Garlic Bread X. Nice to see you.
Alright, Garlic Bread X, how's it going?
We were just saying that you're testing AV1 streaming now.
Yeah, so the NVENC AV1, I think it's, let me check what it's called actually. Oops. No, don't. Why is the exit button next to the settings button?
I know, right? It's so dumb.
Right, I'm using, NVIDIA NVENC AV1 as the...
I tell you what, it really does look pretty good. The feathers or soot or whatever you want to call it coming down looks really good. Thank you, Loopy, for coming.
Alright, Loopy, I have received a notification. Am I cheeses now? Yes.
Maybe.
Okay, you be who you want to be. Right, let's get into it. So yeah, I am using 1.9 megabits per second, or 1900 kilobits per second, which is like a fifth of what I usually use. I'm usually 8-9 at the maximum, and then maybe down to about 6. So definitely.
All right, because AV1 will be more efficient, won't it?
It's more computationally heavy, but efficient for upload on the.
Yeah, let Google deal with it.
No, but it's computational heavy on the computer itself as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but you've got the graphics card which can do that.
I've got a beefy graphics card. Loopy said I was drawing when I got a notification. Oh, were you drawing on a tablet? What were you drawing? Dare I ask? Let me click the begin button. And I'm going to switch to the no avatar screen. Wait, what the fuck? And here I'd figured he'd be the one embarrassed to show up late.
Oh, because oh no, wait, this is Subakiko. I thought it was
the other one, the
Cleaning Lily.
I will clean your balls.
What's her name? Whoa, what the hell, man?
I know that went dark very
At
quickly.
least treat me to dinner first.
Anyway. Yeah, her, whatever her name is. I can't remember. Wait, does this tell us... Damn, man, I need a thing that just tells me characters, because I can't remember people's names for shit. Like, I
can't either.
No, you're pretty good with Japanese names. Even, like, I just can't remember, I suck at it. What's... Loopy saying, everyone is only good on ones that have hardware's acceleration for it.
Which you do.
Which I luckily do, yeah, because I upgraded recently, and I did go through the whole palaver of that journey I took to get that to work after having a CPU die on me.
You really earned it, man, honestly.
Yeah, I actually swapped out that CPU while talking to you while you were doing a stream during the weekend. I remember that. I was like, I've prepped my car. I've prepped my PC ready like the pit stop crew preps for the F1 car to come in. And then as soon as it came in, it was old one out, in one new, screw in some screws, get the heatsink on, and then switch it on and test it to see it doesn't die. And it's still working, so yay Intel, just have to on the second try. Let me saying my laptop doesn't, so I really cannot any AV1, not even decoding AV1 videos. That is unfortunate, but yeah, AV1 is... I mean, you get software decoding.
How does that work on YouTube then? YouTube will handle the AV1 decoding for you.
Yeah, it will translate
so you just see it, isn't it? Yeah.
And even, I think you get software AV1 decoding as well, do you not? You get a software
I mean, I was using... When I did my test stream, which you came on, when I tested AV1 encoding and my CPU spiked at like 65% or something.
Yeah.
That was software encoding, obviously.
To be fair, I am playing a visual novel. It is basically an elaborate slideshow. So I am not pushing the envelope in terms of the amount of CPU, the amount of processing power required to encode this. That's why I was saying to you earlier in the week that I was going to give it a go in CSGO or something that's fast moving.
It didn't happen though.
No, because I'm too lazy. I'm being a fat shit. I've done nothing this weekend, man. I've been totally fucking unproductive.
You reminded me. I need to get my stuff ready for the stream that I'm going to do tomorrow. I haven't downloaded that game yet.
I can't believe that there was a thing.
Oh no, I have.
That.
I have downloaded it. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the stream of the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog tomorrow.
So
that'll be fun.
Let me give you an update. You know how I finished the I've caught up to the latest video in the documentary series of Chris Chan, right?
Yeah, there was the latest one.
The latest one, I was watching it, and in the first clip that features Chris Chan and some other person on a video call, I was like, this ain't right. This person is talking way too fluidly to be Chris Chan. It doesn't have the mannerisms, and then the mouth movements were super dodge on the video of the guy that was supposedly interviewing him. And I was like, this isn't right. And I thought to myself, has this Gino Samuel guy not figured out that this is AI, right? And he's put this in there. And I was thinking, because I was an idiot, right? And I was at the point where there's a bit where it's like, I've learned the lesson, errors of my way. I'm going to come off the internet. I'm going to get a job. I got a job. I found a girl. I found a woman. She's a bit older than me. And I was like, what the fuck? This is like... I was like, okay, this is utter bullshit. The documentary dude, the author knows this is bullshit. And I was thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on? And then it clocked. It took a long time to clock. Today or yesterday was April Fool's Day.
You didn't realize it was April Fool's Day.
I knew, but I forgot about it. And I was like, I think he's done something last year and the year before on April Fool's Day as well. I think he deletes them afterwards.
In fairness, I thought this year's April Fool's Day kind of sucked. There were some pretty shit ones out there, but there were also really good ones. I thought that, well, this one by fucking Sega, I don't even count it as a fucking April Fool. It's an actual game they put out, which people are saying is pretty cool. I thought that the April Fool's jokes by some content creators like Gino, the Chris Chan dude, and Marcus Brownlee. He's a phone YouTuber.
Yeah. No, he's not he's a tech YouTuber. Tech reviewer,
YouTuber.
yeah.
I know him because of phones, but he did a phone review one, like mid-season or mid-year phone review video, which was quite funny as well.
Oh, I've not seen that. I like him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. And I'm like, these sort of April Fool's jokes are pretty legit, like barely jokes and just pretty cool content.
See the Chris Chan documentary? It was a full episode, 40 to 50 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that.
He made a full fucking episode where he just did a full. I'm like, fuck me, because I was like, oh, there's a new episode that just came out.
I respect it. I respect the effort.
Mate, that it took the same amount, actually more effort than a normal Chris Chan video. And I was just like, fuck. This person's put shit tons of effort into this. Because but yeah, so credit to Gino Samuel on his Gino Samuel 1.2.1, 1.2, I don't know what the name of the channel is that has the thing on it. His original channel, I think, got
taken down.
But yeah, I was talking about the Chris Chan documentary because I caught up to it and got amazed. I got super pissed off. He's only got up to 2019. I'm like, fuck me. He's miles away from fucking the prison era of Chris Chan and all that. I was like, what?
Man, you'll be watching these videos for your whole life, right? You know that.
I hope he just speed runs through COVID.
What are you talking about? What is the end goal of this? Think about it.
I just want to get up to the prison art because I feel like the lead up to that, like with none of the stuff that's kind of, none of the stuff that's came into play that's really led up to Chris Chan going to prison has been talked about. I've gone through the Idea Guys saga. That was really bad, and I think that set the way for someone else to come in who's even worse, which I believe is what happened. So I was hoping that I'd get some of that background to see how these people who helped to egg Chris Chan on to do, well, I don't know how much they egged him on, allegedly, got to that point. Alright, Crack Dealer, you have missed nothing. Well done. We've just been chatting shit as usual.
We've been talking about Chris Chan too much.
Yeah, okay. But I have to get. I'm fucking pissed. It was only 2019. Oh, it's gonna take ages. I hope he just speed runs 2020 and 21, 22. Well, 21 gets to 22.
Why though? Isn't like the depth of the content part of the appeal? I could speed run it and just tell you, yeah, he got to prison because he fucked his mum.
I know that was in the news. I just want to know more about the people that were involved in that whole. Because there was other people involved in egging him on, allegedly. There's more to it than just he did the deed and went to jail. And actually, he's now out of jail. Turns out he wasn't bailed out. There was a court order. I was watching a YouTuber talking about this who looked into it. There was a court order that was made. Initially, it looked like he was bonded out, but a court order was made to get him out of jail for some reason.
For some reason?
Yeah, I don't.
Was his safety at jeopardy?
I don't know. Like, nobody knows. I don't even know how they found that out. I think it just says there was a court order, but it doesn't give the details. But it might be to do with their mental health or some sort of thing. So they're going to be put. So this person who was talking about it said allegedly he suspects, suspects he'll be put in a halfway house of some sort. Or sorry, she will be put in a halfway house of some sort, kept away obviously from their mum. So yeah, the saga continues. But and this is a horrible thing, but I was looking out for tweets from Chris Chan in respect to the, that April Fool's stuff of...
You have to keep in mind he's not been bailed out, so he's been let out of custody, but he's probably got restrictions on his activities.
Yeah, probably. They're probably not allowed to use
He may not be allowed to use the internet, yeah.
Crack Dealer saying, my YouTube homepage is extra horny than usual for some reason. Hey man. Loopy saying, you guys need help. My YouTube home feed has metal music, including DMC OST.
I've been listening to freaking Subhuman, Bury the Light, Pull My Devil Trigger, all those fucking songs from Devil May Cry 5. They are so good. I cannot wait to get to it. In fact, I am considering bringing forward DMC 3 somehow.
When's your current plan for playing it?
Week after next.
Right, so that this week is 13 Sentinel.
This week is The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog on Monday and 13 Sentinels on Friday.
Loopy is saying, I used to despise Subhuman for being too metal. Can't even open it without someone judging just by one glance. A crack dealer, you have not seen...
Do you know what? Loopy, I had the exact same reaction. First time I heard Subhuman and first time I played the game, I'm like, nah, this doesn't sound right. This is too much for a Devil May Cry game. But now, right, I load up Devil May Cry and I see Dante, and then you get the fucking cowboy hat on and he just starts rocking out going, you cannot kill me. Fucking hell, yeah. Love that song. It grows on you.
So you've been brainwashed, basically.
Yes, I have been brainwashed by the master Dante. I can't deny him. His appeal is too great for me.
The irony, do you know how I've got this low upload rate now because of I suspect the AV1 encoding? YouTube is now warning me. It says this is too low. 1.4.
Put it up a bit.
I mean, no, I've just set it to some sort of whatever the default settings were.
Put it up a bit. You've got some room to play with as well.
I do, but I don't think you can change the settings while streaming.
No, you can't.
I mean, I can. Loopy saying yes, Ash, it's dandy.
I was watching Gura freak out over his Michael Jackson dance scene. It was so good, honestly.
I heard that. I don't know if you follow it. You've heard of Pikami? No, what was the? There's a VTuber who graduated recently.
Pikami,
Pikami,
that was real sad.
But I don't know. I mean, does anyone know what our plans are for the future? You might come in some other form or something.
No, we don't know. It's just she's gone. Yep, Crack Dealer's got it there. Pain Dio. That Dio is Pikami's signature catchphrase.
Is it?
Yeah.
She's affecting her stream.
Mirai Akari also graduated. Yeah, I remember her. She was one of the first. Up there with Kizuna Ai. She was like the second one I ever saw. From Mirai, 2018 or something like that.
Mirai... Oh, shit. What the fuck did I just do there? Mirai... Oh, no.
I completely missed her thing as well. I haven't seen anything of it. But Mirai Akari was one of those odd ones because she wasn't like with any of these agencies. She was sort of...
was she independent?
By herself. Independent is the word I was looking for, yeah. But yeah, she's one of the OGs, as you put it, Loopy. She was the second one, if you ask me. Like, first one was Kizuna Ai, second one was Mirai Akari.
What the fuck? There's like... You could buy a doll of her, 7th scale.
Who?
Mirai Akari. Race Queen
version. Yeah, that
version.
makes sense.
So, wait... So, I never heard of her.
Most OGs don't upload anymore. Kizuna Ai put out a PS5 game. A game that's very similar to like Project Diva. And you know it's OG because they don't stream, they upload normal videos. Yeah, you know what? I actually like that as well. They put out edited videos instead of just live streams.
You don't know it's an OG because they don't stream, they upload normal videos. Wait, what?
As in, they don't stream, like what we're doing right now. They upload videos which have been pre-made. Kind of like what we do sometimes.
Why is that? Why would they do?
That's what the OG VTubers did. Kizuna Ai did that. Mirai Akari did that.
Yeah, I know. Kizuna Ai. That's the first one, isn't it? Or one of the first ones. Yeah. Ash.
I wouldn't say she graduated, but yeah.
You're saying, Ash, what website are you searching Mirai Akari? I just said Google search.
You probably just do a Google search, innit?
I mean, that's all I do.
If you remember how it happened to me.
Right, that fixed it. Fuck off, internet. At least it's showing as high now. I don't know. Can you see it? All right.
I think it's back.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah,
like,
we're back.
Do you know what? I think it's YouTube or something because I just stopped and started the stream and it was fine again.
Oh man, how's that YouTube's fault?
No, because if it's my internet, then stopping and starting it wouldn't have done anything. I would have still had shit upload speed.
If your internet fucked up so bad that YouTube completely lost the connection, that's not YouTube's fault.
So it's not losing the connection. What's happening is my upload speed reduces to about 100 kilobits per second, which is ridiculously low. Not enough to maintain anything, so YouTube can't handle that. So when I stopped and started it again, it went back up to the 1.2, 1.4 megabits per second. So
Hang
that's...
on, let me check the stream just a second. Yeah, we are live.
Right, well, I don't know. It's either that or it's this Windows PC, and I'm trying to think, there's nothing else. What uploads? Steam? Wait. What would... No, Steam's not going to upload anything. There's nothing else I could be doing that uploads.
Torrents?
No, I don't have any of them running.
What about other people using the internet?
For upload, what could they be doing? No, I don't think so. And it always seems to happen on the... Well, it's been happening the last couple of Sundays. Or at least last week. Fuck, I don't know. I can only think it's OBS, but I even updated OBS. Anyway, let's continue. I let my enthusiasm get the better of me and arrived too early. I would have felt guilty otherwise, making a wait at some station he'd never visited after the long trip here. Wait, what's happening here? Have I loaded the wrong game? Shit, I have loaded the wrong game. No, I've loaded the... Fuck. Load. I started from the beginning instead of loading the fucking game. I'm an idiot.
Wait, at the beginning was a scene about contemplating suicide, though.
No, but she's sitting there thinking about meeting up with Suzumu, and she's like, "Oh, I've told him to go to a train station. He's never blah 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 blah." This.
Loopy's asking porn as a question, like, could it be porn? You know, that reminds me, my mobile fucking provider has blocked my porn access on mobile networks.
So yeah, you just have to tell him to allow it. There's a setting somewhere.
Yeah, the setting isn't working in the app, so I'm gonna have to call him up and say, "Hey,
I want to look at my fucking feet porn." It's like, alright, and they're like, "What type?" It's like, anime feet. They're like, "What?" It's like, well, that's what I do. Suck it.
I'll be like, "Don't judge me, you bastards. I'm paying you."
It's like, no, you just say, "Judge me. I don't give a fuck. If I'm allowed to, if it's legal and it comes under terms and conditions, suck it." Reminds me, some dudes kept asking Opera GX Twitter account to show feet. That Twitter account's weird. Is that the official? Is Opera GX the Opera browser?
Isn't it? I think it is.
Because I see that Twitter account and it's kind of the tweets are hilarious.
They did an April Fool's tweet as well by showing a letter that they'd gotten fired yesterday.
Yeah, because you're too based or something. Yes, and I was like, to be fair, some of the tweets it does, I'm like, how the fuck is it? Is this? I thought someone might have hacked the fucking Twitter account. Because some of the tweets are a little bit, they're a bit too risque for a company. In my head.
People DM'd asking to show feet because of that.
There's so many people out there that are into feet, man. And it's like, I don't know if this is a new thing. I'm not complaining. New. I don't know. I mean, it's as in, no, that's a bad way of saying it. I don't know if this has become more widespread in this decade compared to. No,
you have to remember, all the degeneracy you see right now has always existed. The only difference is that people have more access to each other than they used to.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is not as many people were aware that they were really into feet. back, say, 10, 20
I
years
think-
ago as they are now? Because
I
they've
would
been
say-
aware of it, they're made aware of it, thought about it, looked at it, and went,
I would
I
say
like this.
I would say the first like major sort of degeneracy that people became found out about and became more widespread was furries, if you remember. Like there was even that one CSI episode about it.
That's how I found out about furries, was that CSI episode.
And then
literally,
after
yeah.
that, I feel like the floodgates just sort of opened as the internet
Because
became
that was
increasingly prevalent.
mainstream. Like, it's that thing where you introduce other people. If it becomes, if it's shown in some sort of mainstream thing, it becomes more prevalent because more people become aware of it, look into it, go down the rabbit hole, start being like, I like this, I like to sniff the feet, and all that shit, and just go down a rabbit hole, right? When you have more access to that and know other people are into it.
I should have fucking known, Loopy. I should have fucking known. I swear to you.
As Loopy,
Anyway.
well, Loopy says that I'm thankfully I'm not into feet. I'm into the holy midriff. I'm in. Oh, are you
Yep.
into the top belly
fine.
stuff? I mean,
But
hey,
it's what's below that.
the holy. Well, I mean, it's what's below that that matters to a degree.
No, read the comments, mate. I'm talking about the comments below that one.
Oh, it's
Get your mind out the gutter for a moment.
Man, we're talking about feet fetishes and shit. What are you even talking about? We're in the fucking gutter.
I'm
We've fallen
talking
out
about the comments.
We've fallen down the hole to the sewer, and we're now swimming in the sewage.
The whole time here, I've been talking about the comments, man.
I
just
know,
saying.
but we were talking about feet. I don't think we've strayed that far deeper into the sea of filth.
Deep. We're fucking toe deep right now. We're not even in the filth.
Just 'cause-
Especially not me with my band Axis.
Just because you're an experienced submarine diver of filth, I am but an angel in comparison.
Bollocks and ass. Anyway.
Loopy is saying furries are hot, especially Pokemon. Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying.
Crack
That's
Dealer
what I
saying-
was pointing at.
Pray to the midriff, yes. Ass show feet stream.
No. YouTube would pull that down straight away.
Would it though? Would it? How
No.
would it? What would be the reason? You were showing feet. That's not allowed. I'm like, what's wrong on my feet?
You know what? Considering some of the shit that is on YouTube, like,
Mate,
yeah,
there's nothing they can do about feet stuff unless it's overtly, like you're sucking toes or some shit, right? But if you're just showing feet, there's nothing they can do, right?
yeah, I've seen some of the shit that gets sent on YouTube.
And as I was saying before, like a foot fetish is one of the most accessible fetishes ever because people show feet and don't think about it. It's
I
socially.
don't know why we're talking about this. I don't know why.
Well, it's just
I don't
Lucas
know why
saying
we're
show
talking-
feet, ass
yeah.
show feet stream. This is how we got into this. And I'm like, I don't know, Loopy, maybe I should start an OnlyFans for just my feet and see if I
Ugh.
can make money out of it. What are you talking
Oh.
about? You'd pay for a OnlyFans foot street thing, isn't it?
No, I wouldn't actually.
No, I mean, I suppose you can get it for free. No, Loopy, no.
Holy feet. Oh my god.
Well, there you go. If I ever lose my job,
Fucking hell. Wait, oh my god, which VTuber was it? I saw a bloody clip. I don't know if I sent it to you, if I sent it to someone else. Some VTuber had her mum on stream, right?
right?
And like it became like fucking cursed as hell. She goes I think the chat were asking her questions that the mum should answer, and the VTuber fucking hell, I can't remember what it was. Some OnlyFans came up at some point, and the mum said, "I may or may not have an OnlyFans,
Oh no!
and it may or may not involve feet."
No! Why would you admit that?
I was fucking cracking up. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Did the VTuber know this before?
I don't know.
Because
I
if that was
honestly
news to
don't
the VTuber on that stream,
I would neck myself. I swear to you, just right then and there.
I'd be like, what? You've been making some money on the side. What the fuck?
Oh, is that your concern?
No, my concern is just like, what? How do you even know about only? What the fuck? Anyway,
so many problems.
I mean, don't bring your mum on the street. What the fuck, man? I know.
Don't involve your family in any of this.
Yeah,
Shit,
because they know too much, and then something personal might. They're not unless they're not trained or used to streaming online and just being a bit more savvy. So there are two cases which were wholesome, which I quite liked. Pekora and Ollie. For Pekora, her mum came on stream, right? And because Pekora has that like gimmick where she ends her sentences with Peko or something, right? Right.
So her mum was taking the piss. So her mum did the thing as well, where she ended it with Peko, and then Pekora just started cringing super hard. You could feel the cringe. Honestly.
The irony is, that's like, it's cringe in general. But she...
yeah. But
nice.
Anyway.
Nice.
And the other one was Ollie. Ollie's mum came on the stream, and people noticed that her mum and Ollie, they have the exact same laugh. And yeah, that was pretty good as well.
I would. Do you know, I was speaking of parents and VTubers. I was watching a clip from is it Iron Mouse?
Yeah, Iron Mouse.
And it was actually really touching. She was talking to some other streamer, a guy showing his face. It's not XQC, what that Ludwig? I don't know, some big streamer, right? And they were just chatting, and he was like, "Oh, what was the first thing you did for your?" Or they're talking about her parents, and she said, "Yeah, my mum used to. They were in debt because she would not pay the bills and instead take that money to pay for her
medication
care.
Or treatment."
Yeah, and she wouldn't tell her. Because if she knew, she would say, "Don't do that. Pay the bills first," and all that. So they were in debt, right? And she was saying it was funny, like when they went into COVID, I think that's when Iron Mouse really became big. And
that's when VTubers on the whole became big. I think it was a point of lockdown because people stuck at home with fuck all to do.
Let me just. I'm just seeing Loopy saying Ashley and nya at the end of every sentence. Loopy, do you like my streams? Nya. Anyway.
Nah. If you wanted to do that, you should do it like full Black Honeycomb style. Put a nya where it belongs in every word.
Ash nya. Say no, I can't fucking. Anyway. So she was saying that her parents, who were working right at the time, lost their jobs because of COVID, and so they didn't have any work. And it just so happened that she became really big around that time, right? And so she paid off all the debts, and she paid off the house. I think within a year or something like that, she paid off the house, and her mum was just like, "What the hell?" And so this Ludwig guy, who is I think a very big YouTuber, streamer. He was saying, "Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?" Like he said that one of the Christmases or something, he went to visit his parents, right? And he brought 10k in cash and just gave it to them. And I'm like, that's a little bit thingy, because when he gave it to his mum was just like, "Wait, is this? What is this? Is this? What are you doing? Are you selling drugs? Why do you have 10k in cash?" And she kind of got worried. It's like, can we cash this? Is this allowed? But the thing with Iron Mouse was like, I don't know, man. It was super touching because I have an idea. Like, she's not able to leave the house and stuff, isn't it? She's got some pretty debilitating health condition. Yeah, chronic. When she was talking about this, it was emotional. And then she said that she bought a new house that they all live in now, like a bigger house, so that they've got their own space. She's got her own space, and she's able to pay for everything. And I think I think the first thing she did was pay for them to go on holiday, which was a really big thing because they never were able to go on holiday. Because they both, right. Yeah, like and I was just like, holy shit, man. Can you imagine? Because she obviously must have felt it. Like, nobody wants to be a drain or a perceived drain on the family. and it was quite I don't know, heartwarming to hear how she was able to like give them money and help them out, and continue to do so at this point. So that was nice. What's the word for that? Wholesome. I don't use that word too often. Cracked, you're saying, Ash, you're not pronouncing that right. Tungsten rat. Anyway, shall we actually play this game?
We haven't made a single bit of progress, so let's. Riria, that's her name.
Riria.
No wait. Yeah, Riria was the name.
No, this is a new person.
No, that's her.
Wait, there was.
She's at the Idol event signing. No, wait, what was it? No, giving handshakes. That's
Oh,
it,
I
yeah.
thought she was the other girl. You know, the one that we had in the previous, the week before? The one that was Alice?
Yeah. No, Ellis.
Ellis. Yeah, fuck. Fuck this game and it's good. So, oh, it's Herlock Sholmes. Oh my god.
That's that girl is Kanae. This one is Riria.
Crackdeer are saying not Ludwig's name. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know. I was thinking, isn't it Ludwig? But I didn't want to say anything because I don't know for certain myself.
Ludwig. No, it's Ludwig. Where is that name from? Is that German or something?
If it's German, it would be Ludwig.
Austrian, maybe.
Oh, right. Hmm.
Could it be Austrian? What's it? Ludwig van Beethoven? Fuck, I don't know. I'm just fucking talking pressure. I can't remember the full name of Beethoven. Either way, Ludwig. Sorry, boys. I can't pronounce people's. I don't watch him. I just know that he's a big streamer.
Neither do I.
I just see his name.
None of these people. I don't even watch Iron Mouse.
I just watch clips, man. I see Iron Mouse because what's his name from Trash Taste?
Connor.
He's friends with her, and so like she's popped up in a couple of. It's through him because I've watched some things with him, and he's featured with her, and then it's kind of like the YouTube recommendation engine has fired Iron Mouse.
Nah, for me it was the other way. I remember watching Iron Mouse like clips and that before her and Connor became friends. Connor. It was weird because what happened was Callie went as a guest on Trash Taste one episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that episode, Connor was like, I need to check out some of these VTubers. So he sort of went on the prowl and then ended up making like friends with Iron Mouse at some point.
How do you do that? Like, because they're streamers and they're not going to just start a friendship with a random person in their chat.
Well, yeah, I remember when Connor showed up in Amelia's stream, and she had no idea who he was. Pronounced his name as Canur, and
what the fuck?
Someone made a channel with that spelling because of that. Cannur.
It's that thing, though, isn't it? Like, how would you? I suppose he's famous, right? He's relatively well known in certain circles online. So there'll be people who are fans of him on that stream going, "Oh, it's Connor," and she'll be like, "Who the fuck's Connor?"
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly what happens.
But the step between being someone in the chat and ending up being someone who is becomes a friend of a direct friend of that VTuber, I don't know how you make that step. I feel like I don't even know how you. Forget VTubers, just anyone streaming. Just seems crazy. It seems like a leap that never happens unless they know who you are. You're that popular, they know who you are, and then want to come out and reach out to you. Don't know. But it's a problem I'll never have because I am a nobody on YouTube. I am a micro penis streamer. That's how I name it. And I don't even play my games on my stream. I just chat shit. So
point taken. We're still on the first fucking line of this one. Let's make some progress.
Thank you so much. I'll keep doing my best. Please support. Right, this is Ria commenting.
リリーちゃん、5枚買っちゃいましたよ。5回握手してください。
Oh my god. Loopy has mentioned Ota-chan. I think I was talking to you about her. Her persona's fucking hilarious. That's the channel. I think Ota-chan's that. It's that channel where they make 90s. It's got a 90s style anime feel to it.
Yes, I remember you were talking about this.
I like it. The YouTube, her Twitter account is fucking hilarious. It's people shitting on her and then she shits back on them. And there's this one person apparently that kept DMing her every day saying, please show me, link me to feet pics, link me to feet pics, link me to feet pics. and they just kept doing it every day for like 40 days or something. And then eventually, she had a screenshot of it. She went, here's a link to some feet. It was like random feet pics, but it was funny. Oh, Loopy saying we both follow her. Yeah, the episodes they've released recently are fucking on point, man. Fucking love that 90s feel. So there you go. There's a recommendation from me and Loopy Ota-chan. Oh look, someone bought 5 CDs, so 5 handshakes.
人気すっごいね。さすがマジカルリリー。
Ugh. My popularity today was like a welcoming ceremony for the new member. Some of these fans would be satisfied to have met me just once in their lives. What? No. That wasn't good. Ideally, you want them to keep coming back. Fuck, you want to become like a drug to them, man. This sucks. You have to make zealous fans out of them. Fans out of them. In that sense, the other members' fans were all passionate zealots who kept coming back for more. What, for more handshakes? They can get a handshake from people.
Yeah, but you're not getting a handshake from magical cleaning Princess Lily, are you?
Does she wash your hands? Oh my god, if she washed your hands, I'd line up for a handshake.
So they probably have like hand sanitizer on the side.
No, she has to wash your hands. Manually.
Wait, wash your hand?
Yeah, because she's a cleaning lady. She's like, I'll wash your hands today. A bit like the, well, not the same, but L and Light Yagami, the washing of the feet.
Oh god.
That's a very intimate thing. Biblical reference.
I know it's a biblical reference, but it's gay as fuck as well, man.
So if I have a magical girl...
Don't want anyone washing my feet. No,
if I have a magical girl washing my hand, it's a bit less gay.
Well, I'm talking about the scene with Light and L, man.
I know, but I like it's like some fucking. I liked it anyway. It's crazy. It sticks in
my
head.
No, it's a good scene. It is a pretty good scene. It's just that it was out of nowhere and weird. And also, like I said, it's well, as you said, rather, it's a very intimate act, and you know, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, no, man.
Because people don't usually wash your feet. It's not something.
Yeah.
It's maybe something that was done in the olden days when you had servants and stuff like that. And it is a sign of submission. It's a very big sign of submission. And
I've been informed that some churches do it, where before like mass or something, the people in the congregation will wash each other's feet.
It's a sign of it's a very intimate thing, right? To go down. I mean, you can make it sound gay if you want, but
I'm just saying, I'm glad I'm not a member of any such church, because I don't want any random person coming up to me and washing my feet.
But you,
like, no,
as a person, a man of the feet, right? You don't see.
That's exactly what I'm saying. There.
You don't see any potential benefit as being able to wash someone else's feet.
It's only a detriment.
It's like, what if it's a hot anime girl style person's feet?
How likely do you think that is going to be the case?
To be fair, that's true. But what's the likelihood of you coming across hot people in general for anything?
Listen. Exactly. This is what was it? I was talking with one of my mates, right? Would you like the power of seeing people naked, or having like X-ray goggles or something that let you see people naked? I'm like, no. Why not? I go, because most people look terrible naked.
But even then, you'd get used to it, and it wouldn't be novel.
That's also bad.
Yeah, you don't want. It's like porn addiction, right? You get used to it, and then it's very hard to get titillated or turned on by things in real life. It's like you don't want too much of, and it's like you know, don't look at too much foot stuff either. You know, you get used to it, and then it won't have any effect on you anymore.
The brain craves intensity, and things will just keep increasing.
If you keep going, if you keep feeding
going,
the dragon, you'll end up fucking
never catch the dragon.
In a rubbish dump, like with your face in some fucking used shoes or something. Try to get high.
You'll end up poking out of a skip with the neck of a double bass sticking out your ass.
And a shoe on your foot, on your nose, going. I need my fix. I need my fix.
Alright, carry on.
Let me just read the chat. Let's see. Crackdeal saying, I was an OG anime man simp from the start, and then Trash Taste came around, and I started watching Garnt, you mean? Yeah, that's from purpose, I know, yeah. And like Connor. That. I actually came across Garnt first as Gigok, and
Same.
Via Trash, I kind of seen some of the Anime Man stuff separately,
Same.
and then they came together as Trash Taste, and that's where I came across Connor. Loopy.
Oh god, the stream is blinking.
Oh dear.
Right. Seems okay. Imagine. No wait. Handshake. Imagine Suzumu doesn't appear at all. Milkshakes. Feet shakes.
Oh my god, Loopy's beginning to sound like Path's mummy. Wait, where is Path's mummy now I think about it?
Not here right now.
No, apparently not. Questioning my life decisions. Why am I here? I'm scared. I don't want to see 7,000 dicks in post. What are you talking about, Crowd Dealer? Loopy is saying I'd wanted to blackmail people. Oh, what, being able to see them naked?
I mean, that's one way of dealing with it. But
then what
like,
can you
honestly,
blackmail with them with? I know that you have a fat belly.
Would you like me to disclose the details of your wrinkly undercarriage to everyone else?
And then they'd be like, how do you know? And how would you disclose it? Because you can see it, but you can't take pictures of it through their clothes. So how do you turn that into an image that you can exploit them with? Yeah, you need to think about it. You need to think. Wait, Loopy's saying think. Okay, Loopy, give us your big brain scream. Big brain.
No. Forget this line of questioning. Carry on. I know exactly what kind of person you are.
Oh.
Carry on.
Loopy, don't bully people. That's nasty. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's going to have a massive effect on Loopy's bullying. I'm sure she'll stop now. And in that sense, the other members' fans were all passionate zealots who kept coming back for more. Loopy says, I bully you two all the time. Yeah, I don't mind, Loopy. I mean, I get no attention from anyone in real life, so people just talking to me is good enough. So it's a bit different than bullying someone who's not enjoying it. And I'm pretty sure Kuxel loves it because he's a masochist. Crack Dealer.
Not supposed to tell him that.
Crack Dealer saying, ha, I'll tell everyone that you have a micro dick. Go for it, mate.
I mean, you said it yourself, man.
I am a micro penis YouTuber. I am referring to the size of my YouTube subscribers, but whatever, you can construe that however you want. Magical Lily's fans just came to celebrate her long-awaited return. They hadn't necessarily been converted into Ruria Kurusu's fans. I wondered again if Suzuhara was there. Oh yeah, you got a crush on him. Oh, everyone does. Suzuhara is the man to be.
Wait, I think only what's his name came, right?
The great.
Yeah, I've forgotten his name again.
Naya Saya. Fuck knows.
That guy.
I felt like knowing he would be motivating. Oh, do you know? I'm a big fan, or I enjoyed watching Uncle from Another World or something.
Yeah.
So it turns out I think all 12 episodes or 11 episodes are on Netflix now, and they never told me that because episodes 9, 10, 11 never came out for months.
No,
and
I'm fairly certain I told you in Hentai Hero that it finished at some point. It
finished and it was online, but not on Netflix UK. And I watched 1 or 2 episodes on a site on the 7 Seas, but I never watched the rest. I got busy, and so I was like, oh wait, these are all I think now on Netflix. Netflix didn't tell me that new episodes are here. What the fuck?
Netflix doesn't tell you anything.
Did you know they got season 1? They've
Huh?
got season 1 to 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure now for some reason, which I think they didn't have before.
No, they only had season 3 and season 6.
Yeah, so
They
I'm
never fucking tell you these things when they rotate.
They tell me a bunch of stupid shit, right? Oh, you might be interested in this, and I'm like, what? Fucking tell me when new episodes. That elf girl is fucking best girl, right? Holy
I need
shit.
to watch that. Right, it's fucking added to the list of things I've.
Oh my god, I love the elf
Edge
girl.
Runners and all that.
She is literally, I would simp for elf girl. That's that bad. She is best character, best girl. Oh, it's amazing. I don't know why I've fallen so hard for her. So good. Anyway, I'm getting distracted.
I'm also worried that your connection is gonna die.
Yeah, let's carry on. Crackdeer is saying she's tsundere, right? Yeah, in the best way. The elf girl and Uncle from Another World, and she's like, I don't know, maybe it's the red hair, the whole elf-5. I like her outfit as well, it's really cool. But also the bullshit that happens between her and the uncle protagonist, because he's a fucking idiot. Oh, it's brilliant. Anyway, she's good, but the ice girl's cute too. Yes, Loopy, you are right. But I still think elf girl edges out a bit more. I felt like knowing he would be motivating. Idols work hard for everyone's sake. That's a rule that's set in stone. Oh, her eyes moved. But a part of me wondered if it was okay to work hard just for Suzuhara's sake. At least until he acknowledged the new me, that is. Oh no, I can't think about this sort of thing on the job. I hope Suzuhara comes by soon. Are you gonna give him a special handshake? It's like, I like you, I'll give you this special handshake. Look at this pose. I could tell he's probably in line. What? How could you tell that? Oh, fuck off. After all, there'd been a bond between us since long before we'd met.
Why did this one tick you off?
Fucking, she's so up her own arse, it's annoying. Like, most of the time she's questioning, does he really like me? And I'm like, that's alright. But it's these bits here, I'd like, whatever. Just then, I felt like I picked up on his signal. Fucking... Oh shit, he is here.
Did show up.
Oh no, Suzuhara, you've let me down. Fuck.
You wanted him to ditch, didn't you?
I wanted him to have passed, because we suspected that he'd given the ticket to the other dude and then not gone.
Yeah.
Which
Garlic
I can't...
Bread says, I hope you didn't show up. So you're part of the club as well.
Yeah, because she's so like, oh, of course I would have got his attention, and she's so fucking obsessed just because she needs she said she needs every person, every man.
Well, she's
to
using
fall in
him
love
as a
with her.
sort of test. If she can get him, she's sure of her ability to get anyone.
Loopy is saying, but Sega needs to win. Crackdeal is saying the
Sega
best
lost
kind of
23 years ago.
I know, and now it's like on the fucking Nintendo, eh? You never would have imagined that back in the 80s at the height of the Sega and Nintendo shit. What Sega does, Nintendo don't. Which is
The
interesting.
80s?
Was it 80s or 90s?
It was the 90s, mate.
I keep
Sonic
fucking...
the Hedgehog was 1991.
Was it? Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. So it's interesting how things change. Maybe, I mean, nowadays everything's a bit different. Like, you wouldn't be surprised to find there's no Sony specific characters anymore, is there?
I mean, they change every generation. Like in the PS1, it was like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. Then, I suppose if we're talking about platform mascots,
Yes.
platformer mascots, like yeah, PS1 was Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon. PS2 was Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank.
They're not as
And
linked, I feel, as like Mario and Sonic.
for a long time, Crash Bandicoot was linked with the PlayStation.
So, yeah, it's like, okay, imagine I wouldn't be surprised if Crash Bandicoot came onto whatever Microsoft Xbox.
I'm fairly certain he is now. I mean, at the very least, that Crash remake came out on the PC and the PlayStation. It must have come out on Xbox as well. There's also Crash 4, which came out. I think it was called It's About Time. Ratchet and Clank remains Sony exclusive. But Naughty Dog have been making, like, Uncharted and whatever the fuck else, Last of Us. Those games are now the sort of defining PlayStation exclusive and characters.
I suppose the only surprise to
Mascot
me
characters.
would be if Mario came out on the Sony, on the PlayStation or the Xbox, because
That's
that is
not
still
going to happen.
But that I
Yeah.
wouldn't be so. I mean, it's the equivalent of that happening in the future. Nintendo
Having
dies,
s-
just makes games, and it's
Having said that, we do need to remember the strange case of the Philips CDI.
was that a collaboration with Nintendo and Philips?
Yes, and that's where they got the Zelda games and the Mario games on the CDI with the really, really weird Russian animated cartoon FMVs. The one where Link's acting like an absolute knobhead, where he's going, "Oh boy, I can't wait to smash some dodongos," or something like that.
Okay.
It's the one with the shopkeeper. Oh no, the king. All right, going, "My boy." Is that one?
I'm not that familiar, but yes, I would.
All right, ancient fucking memes from the 4chan days, like those were great. If you haven't seen those fucking games, go have a look. The Nintendo Nerd, Angry Video Game Nerd did some pretty good videos on them.
Yeah, I
Philips
think
CDI.
that's the only reason I know of the existence of the Philips CDI is because of the AVGN.
There we are. There we are. There's the quote. I knew I could count on you. Garlic Predict saying, "Oh boy, I'm so hungry. I could eat an Octorok."
What the fuck?
Those are those quotes.
So
yeah.
Garlic Bread X is saying, use the VIP ticket to shake hands with every idol but Riria. That would be hilarious.
Oh man,
Oh, that I would do that. If
we
I
know
was-
he's not going to do that.
Crack Dealer saying she knew he's here when she saw leaves blowing in the air and a faint scent of wood logs. That's a good one. Right, let's continue. There he was.
I like the idea that you can just know he's there because he'll start punching every tree on his way in.
I hear trees being punched. What?
You just hear it go
Hurrah!
thud, thud.
Hurrah! It's like all the trees are shaking randomly one by one.
You know, like how a character like either Godzilla or Broly is approaching, and you can hear
Just-
the footsteps and like the shaking.
You just see the
Like
trees
that.
like parting as they like go through them. It's like he's just like punching a tree one at a time, so it just shakes slightly. And you're just like, "What? He is coming! The harmer of trees."
I would like it way more if he just had like an irrational hatred for every tree now because of his training, and so every time he saw a tree, he would just punch it.
And break his hand in the process.
Yeah,
like
basically.
it's like seriously hurt himself in the process, but he's got a compulsion to do it. Yes, this is what I want.
We
in
have
my-
created a better character right now
He
than
stood
this
out.
fucking twat that's right in front of us right now.
He's too amazing. He stood out like a sore thumb in the line. Clearly not used to these sort of events. I would never stand in line to shake, and I don't think I could do that even for a joke. It's just too much.
Shake an idol's hand.
No, I don't mind shaking an idol's hand, but I wouldn't want the whole process of lining up and being in a line with these, people do it, waiting for it, and then going up
Have
just
we
to
not-
shake the hand.
Have we not like queued up for any dodge stuff at like MCM
I have-
Expo or something?
I've that's the thing, this is where this is coming from, right? So I've queued up, so I don't know about MCM, but I've queued up to like get like an Apple device, and that was fucking cringe, right? I've told you the story of that, and it was fucking
no.
cringe. What's
You
happening?
joined the cult of Apple.
What are you talking about? I have an iPad. It's not yes, I have a Mac. I've told you.
There's a difference between having Apple products and being in the cult of Apple.
Yes, so that was the first and funnily last time. And the reason I did that is because that device, that generation, they purposely did not allow you to pre-order it. You could only get it by waiting in line on the day, and they did that on purpose to have lines and all that. Nowadays they don't do that so much because I don't know, but I fucking hated that.
I just want to check with Crack Dealer. He says his JoJo Stan's name is Tree Puncher. Now I've just done a Google search. There is actually a song called Punching Trees. So you can have him he can have a stand called Punching Trees, and it fits the criteria. It's a song name.
But yeah, so that was cringe as fuck, especially as when they opened up this, they closed the store at the end of the workday, and then they opened it again for this new launch, and they opened the doors, and all the staff came out in two rows clapping and cheering, and I looked at that and I wanted to die. And people walking by me on the street, right,
Oh,
were
this was in the street. It
Yeah.
wasn't even in the shop.
No, you had to queue outside the shop, right? That's what they always do. And people walking by me on the street were looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot, and I was like, I am a fucking idiot, but please don't.
They weren't just looking at you.
They were saying
you were
stuff,
part of a queue.
but they were saying stuff. It's like, what a bunch of idiots. Why are they stupid? Why are they like? I was like, I fucking hate my life because you're right, but also keep it to yourself, right? You don't need to
What
fucking.
was it for?
It was an iPad. And I only went because after work it was convenient to just go after work because that's when the queues were there, and I'm
This
like,
was
oh,
when you were back in London.
not Glasgow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's even worse.
There's an Apple store in Glasgow.
Yes, we have Apple stores in Scotland. Oh, what a surprise!
No, I'm being serious. I didn't know there was
Yes.
an Apple store there.
There are
Right.
Apple stores. I think there might even be one in Edinburgh. God help us. The Scots actually have the evil stores, but
Don't
yes.
take this the wrong way. I would not be surprised if it was in Edinburgh.
You
Glasgow's
asshole.
the one- I'm
Fuck
not,
you!
no,
Fuck you!
I'm just saying. Edinburgh
Goddamn
tends to be the sort of
Screw
fucking.
Edinburgh.
No, Edinburgh has that reputation for being that kind of fucking knobhead district, if you know what I mean.
It is. It's posh. It's like London, basically.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
talk. They
London
speak.
is also full of fucking twats as well, you know.
But
that.
London is so big; it has both, isn't it? It's not just
London
like.
London is an absolutely massive melting
It's a
pot.
it's
of
a
all kinds.
city. It's a city state in
Yeah.
size.
It should be basically.
Crack dealer saying, "I have absolutely no Apple products. You live a good life, crack dealer."
I have my busted up iPhone 4. I think it's over here.
But anyway, waiting in queues sucks dick, and if you have to wait in queue to shake an if a middle-aged, well, I'm not young, right? If I'm waiting in a queue, right, to shake a 20-something-year-old idol's hand, shoot me now, man. It just feels too pathetic for me. For people who want to do that, that's fine, but I just. It's too no. Just to shake their hand, they don't give a shit who you are. They just want your money and the fame that you give them. Loopy saying, Ash, stop being a normie. I feel like you have to choose. Just. Loopy saying, I'd definitely wait in line to shake an idol's hand and then I'd sell my hand. Hey, if you can make. That's different, right? That's entrepreneurship. If you can sell your hand and make money out of it.
I like that. That's pretty good, actually.
That's different. Like easy money. But yeah, the whole idol thing. I don't think it's weird, man. I went when I've said about that one time I went to Tokyo. I saw people lining up for there was the AKB48 concert hall. There's like a place where they I think they have concerts like every day or something because this was like during the week, and there was people lining up. Some of those guys were pretty old, and I'm like. Damn, man, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with being an older person going to concerts, but there was something about that made me feel extremely uncomfortable. And I was just like, nah, man, I don't want to simp for someone who doesn't care. That's what VTubers are for. That's where I'm going to aim my simping. But the whole idol thing, that's like simping before simping became a big word. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, did our eyes just meet? Yes, they did.
だったら僕にも近づかない方がいいかもね。
Oh, this was the imaginary Suzumu. No, this was the real one. He was joking, wasn't he?
Oh, no, this is exactly what he said. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what the real one said.
Because he'd been
Imaginary
told
one was
by
being a
Toei.
proper dick.
Yeah.
Although we enjoyed him being a dick.
But she knew. Loopy is saying, this is why you don't have simps, Ash. Why? Because I don't simp for other people. Is this a circular thing? I simp for someone and therefore another person simps for me and it's a circle jerk of life.
僕も
Basically.
汚れてるそうだから。
Cookso, do you simp for anyone? Any online personality?
Wait. When it comes to simp, what do you mean by simp exactly?
I don't know, whatever the definition of simp is.
There is only one YouTuber who I do a Patreon, who I subscribe to their Patreon for, and that is Mr. Fusion. And that's because he does really good Dragon Ball and other sort of content.
Alright, damn, I thought you were going to say like a VTuber or something, and I was going to be like, really?
Fuck no, man. Are you joking?
To get their signed autographs and special pictures of their outfits that they only show to Patreon.
Not interested in any of that.
Good. I was getting a bit. I was like, you pay for someone's Patreon, and then you went Mr. Fuchsia. I was like, no, that's a YouTuber who does stuff.
Yeah, that's it. That's just a YouTuber. He just does videos and nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like you're not doing it because you're hoping that Senpai will notice you.
Fuck no, I don't give a fuck, man. I prefer to stay in the shadows. You know that.
I prefer to be a stalker. I don't want them to know. I'm just going to pounce on them one day. Loopy is saying,
I am not that guy who like jumps in front of people going like, hey, hi, I'm here. You remember me, don't you?
I really like you. Will you go out with me? Anyway, don't be that person.
Yeah.
Loopy saying Gura, fair enough. Crackdeal saying, don't worry, I would for Ash. Ash Senpai. Someone called me Senpai. Oh, amazing.
You want to make a Gura tissue? What does that even mean?
I'm a simp for Gura. I want to make a Gura tissue. I don't know if I want that to be elaborated on. But why would he have said that to me? No, this wasn't the time. I had to focus on the work before me.
I hear wind.
Yeah, it's not. That's a good sign.
握手は誰をご指名でしょうか。
リリーちゃんでお願いします。
Lily, please. Wait. What? Okay.
リリーを指名してくれてありがとう、お兄ちゃん。
And here
I like how they
comes some-
translated Oni-chan as Mr., but you know what she's trying to do here.
Just translate it straight, man. What the fuck? Wait, what? Alright. A little girl ran in from behind. It was me, Lily, cleaning Princess Magical Lily.
リリーちゃん、昔からずっと応援しておりましたぞ。
Time for mental health issues.
ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。リリー嬉しいよ。
Oh, now this time they said Big Brother.
Yeah.
リリーちゃんのこと、ネットでは劣化したとかなんとか言ってる輩もおりますが。
So, the backstory is apparently she fell from grace because she grew up and has like a mature woman's figure. Not a child's body. This is the reasoning.
僕の中で
This
は
is a body
マジカルリリ
dysphoria.
ーの輝きは永遠ですぞ。
I get the body dysphoria, because like, I've changed body type since I was a young buck, right? And I don't think I've ever fully became accustomed to that. I still feel like that kid, the awkward kid at school. But I feel this is obviously a lot worse. This is you should go and talk to an expert about it. Why is this not even... Magical Lily's a total hag after 3 years. I need to go to Japan and find all these 20-something-year-olds who are seen as like somehow too old to be appreciated. It's like, it's okay, Ash Mannix will accept you and your old 20s. Fuck's sake. Who do Magical Lily's fans even think they are? Wait, is she talking or what? Lily's totally out of place. She looked really pissed off too. Who are we talking about?
This is what this is the crowd talking about her.
Oh, what's she even doing in Flower High? Her dancing was totally out of sync. Who the hell is that She-Hulk? Oh,
She-Hulk!
look, fuck off. They should just kick her out already. Is she like 5'7" and that's a bit too tall?
僕はずっとマジカルリリーを応援してますからね。
What's...
リリーちゃんがどんなに変わっちゃっても 僕の愛は変わりません。劣化とかオワコンとか言われてますけど、そんなの気にしちゃダメですよ。
I'm 15 years old. I'm past my prime.
17.
I know. I couldn't remember the exact age. But the point is, it's fucking ridiculous.
リリー
This
気に
is
しないよ。
Japan.
だってお掃除の国のプリンセスだもん。
Yes, and
Oh yeah, that's it. I forgot about that.
Princess of Cleaning
Land.
Land. I like to Princess Clean. Crackdealer saying she's 6 foot, right? I don't think she's that tall. I think
She's probably
she's
not that. Wait, but she seems to be quite tall for a girl.
I think she may be as tall as the guys, as Suzuhara.
Man,
Which, that's not saying that might be 5'7", 5'8", which is relatively tall, I
せー
suppose.
の、ピカピカマジックで
God.
みんなのハートをクリンクリン。
おーリリリリリマジカルリリー
This is fucking cringe. More and more people were asking for Magical Lily. But no one asked for Riria Kurusu.
もう大忙しで参っちゃうね。そこ私の場所。どいてよ劣化ババア。
I'm extremely offended by this.
あんた
why?
Because if she's an old hag, I must be dead in a...
お
One
掃
foot in
除
the
の
grave,
国の
mate.
プリンセス。
No, 2 feet in the
マジ
grave,
カルリリ
buried.
ーです。あなたのハートをクリンクリン。
Oh, Crackdealer saying it. Lily,
Oh,
Lily, Lily,
man.
Magical Lily.
This is a fucking Ryukishi work. Got a
What?
little girl laughing at you. menacingly.
You're pathetic. You're fucking old.
そしてあんたは
See? Look.
かつて私だった残骸ね。
Also, Lupi is saying you two are super old.
Nah.
Okay, Lupi. I mean, I'm as old as you want me to be.
そ
You might as well be dead then. I'm not that old,
あ
thankfully.
んたね
Wait, are you saying Lupi wants me to be dead?
見てよ私の体。
Where's Lupi
What?
gonna get these amazing streams? Look at my body. It is the
What
perfect.
body?
Look at my perfect body. I am but a child with no anything. Isn't it amazing? Streamlined for swimming.
みんなが夢に見る理想の妹。キュートで可愛くてちょっぴり小悪魔。
Yes, you are
I mean, she
lolicon.
knows her appeal. What?
Yeah.
抱きしめたら折れちゃいそうなくらいに華奢だけど、そうせずにはいられないほどに愛くるしい。
Ugh. Do you know it's your fault for
Sorry?
you, not you. Well, I just feel it's her fault. For, it's not, but ah. Oh, she said them. I knew
Yeah.
those words. I had said them all in my head long ago.
それに比べてあんたのその体はなーに
Garlic Bread is saying that her magical
Her
staff is
magical
just a
staff.
broom, and it is. It's just
Yeah.
a fucking broomstick.
化け物。いた。
Do you know that this feels to me? It's like a little kid going, "Look at me!" Like coming up to a big muscly dude, right? And be like, "You're pathetic, old man. Look at me. I am small and cute. If you blow some air, I might blow away. But I am super cute and you could hug me. And look at you, you're big and nasty and ugly." And it's like the big guy's like, "What the fuck are you talking about, you delusional kid? Fuck off."
Well, that's what you're looking at, this, right? But this is her looking at herself.
Yeah, because
Reflection.
she sees the perfect body as a fucking 6-year-old child.
No, it's because you know this already. It's
Yeah,
because her popularity, her height of popularity
Was when she was a
kid.
little kid, and so everyone
Yeah.
wants to still. That's. But she
No,
grew
it's-
up.
This is her own perception.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's untrue that there'll be that contingent of fans who are like, man, she's such a slut now. But there's definitely, if you ask me, less of those than she thinks there are.
Yes. No, but I think there are people that have said, you're past it, you were popular then, but now you're not. Which is true, right? She's not as popular.
No, that is definitely true, but that's not how she's.
No, that's not how this is manifesting in her head. But that's where that's been a catalyst.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a catalyst for her to be like, yeah, because she personally thinks she's hideous because she has boobs, and is like grown, like has a normal 17-year-old body.
Hence the body dysphoria that we're talking about.
Which I agree with you. It is body dysmorphia.
Is it dysmorphia? Dysphoria? Whatever.
Maybe it's dysmorphia. I think it's fuck knows. No one even cares about that. She's just into her own mind. I think, yeah, as I was saying, it's all spawning from the fact that she's not as popular now. She's not been able to retain that level of fame in her teenage years compared to her.
Yeah, but who does? Like, everyone goes in ups
Well,
and downs.
Michael Jackson, I know that's a very weird example.
Oh, that guy was just up, and then down.
Yeah,
Still.
well, like, was in the Jackson 5, so he was famous as the kid Jackson and that. And then became
true as well.
Yeah, and super big as Michael Jackson, right?
I mean, a lot of people said that he basically had a sort of like a Peter Pan syndrome, right?
Yeah. Well, his upbringing was really strict. Apparently, his father was not the best, and their training regime was super strict. So he didn't want to ever grow up because he allegedly didn't have a proper childhood, because his childhood was just like going to these concerts and playing at them and stuff like that. Because I remember there's a scene, or there was something they were showing where he had rented out a whole toy store, so that he could just go up like buy stuff. So he'd like they closed it off. He'd paid for the whole thing for a day so that he could just like run around and buy toys. And I'm like, and in one sense that's kind of cool, but that's also an indication of, that's
being fucked up.
It's not healthy.
Garlic Predec says she should seek therapy, but since this is Japan, she probably won't.
Hey, if as far as you go, as soon as you go east, South Asia, East Asia, mental health, no.
Exist.
There's no such thing as bad mental health. You're just weak. To be fair though, there's elements of that in the West as well. It's not unique to the East. Just mental health, suck it up.
Not as much. Man, she's having a breakdown.
Wait, Suzuhara, what the fuck is he doing while she's sitting there like sweating while daydreaming about this?
He's probably just watching her.
Yeah, he's just like, oh wait, he's in the line, isn't he? Never mind.
Yeah, he's in the queue. I think only the Japanese like to queue up more than the British.
Practice saying get good. Good in. She is a perfectionist as well, which adds to the stress of the whole situation. Who would you like a handshake from? God. Ha ha.
You do get to choose. Oh, no one was actually asking. Oh, I see. They were asking for Suzumu Lily, not Riria Kurusu, right?
Yeah, so Riria Kurusu is her current name. And Suzumu is asked specifically, look at this, Chad. Asshole, you've let me down, Suzumu. Fucking going straight for Riria.
He's not a fan of her from the past. He knows her now.
No, but my thing is, we were all hoping he would ask for all the other Flower High School girls and not Riria.
That was never going to happen, and you know it.
He's fucking hell, Susan.
You know how there's always that one piece of music from every visual novel that sticks in your mind? This is that one for
Do you know why? Because it plays a million times.
It's because it plays in all the big scenes.
It's that one. It's the one that they probably paid the most for, and like, we're getting fucking money's worth for this one.
This one also reminds me of the one from Asura's Wrath.
Oh shit!
It's got a similar sort of feel to it.
Yeah. Well, that was the first time today anyone had called me Rirya Kurusu.
Oh no.
Suzuhara!
見てたよ。
Oh, he's gonna lay it on thicker than fucking butter, ain't he?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, he was watching me.
踊り。すごい頑張ってたね。
Oh,
It's gonna make my heart fucking leap.
oh, he said my dancing was great. Listen to that sexy voice.
And his fucking polo t-shirt.
With the top button open to show just a little bit of the fucking bone. Oh, I love it.
君の
Clavicle.
リリーとは違う。新しいクルスリリアを
Oh my god, Suzumu, marry me.
しっかり見せてもらったからね。
Wait, is this real?
Does he know about her? He doesn't know about her. Does he? This might not be
I don't
real.
know. I don't know if this is real or not. This game's getting in my fucking head. He came before at the fucking shrine
And it wasn't
and
him.
said shit.
No, but he was saying shit in that one, so is she going to have an hallucination of him saying good stuff?
That's what I'm
Nah.
thinking. I'm wondering, like, that could be it.
Ah.
If you're fucking real, go pick up that sports bottle right now.
And splash it all over yourself and show us your wet shirt body. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes were so fogged up with the tears I couldn't see anything. I knew there was something special about Suzuhara.
Yeah, he's a fucking protagonist. That's what it is.
I didn't care if others didn't understand. As long as he did, that was all I needed. I shook his hand. Wait, you shook his hand rather than he shook yours. Oh shit, Suzuhara's close. Suzuhara's hand was cool, and I bet you it wasn't sweaty. But when I held it, I felt something frozen in my heart begin to thaw.
This is bad.
Oh no!
おお、すすらじゃねえか。
Natsuya!
お前も来てたのかよ。
I like that t-shirt he's wearing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice color, like the logo. But also, why
The
is
chain's a little try-hard, though.
the chain's always been try hard, but he's always been
Yeah.
wearing it. So and the
Wait, was
gloves.
he always wearing that chain?
Yeah,
I don't mind the glove so much, but the chain is a bit much.
it's a bit jarring. The skull thing. Anyway, he didn't know that Suzuhara was here. I would have thought they would have came together.
Garlic Predect says, with Riria, you never know what is real and what isn't. Yeah. Lippy says, it's okay, Quixel. You'll become a protagonist too when you're dead. I look forward to that day. And Cractula says he had tons of splinters in his hands.
You'll become a protagonist too when you're dead. How does that work? You're a protagonist in the ghost world.
いやあ、夏くん。
It's like
こんなところ
the,
で
it's
会え
like
るとは
Higambana,
思わな
isn't
か
it?
ったよ。
Oh dear. Calbreak is a great chain.
誰目当てで来たんだ？やっぱリリアちゃんか？
I mean,
Yeah.
Natsuya, the thing is, right, if she's looking for someone to appreciate her for her, Natsuya is fucking head over heels. And granted, he refers
What
to...
are you talking about? He's one of the fucking simps for cleaning Lily. He's part of the problem.
マジカルリリーの良さをこれほど短時間で気づくと
Yeah,
は。
okay.
さ
Okay.
すがスハラ。グ
See
レ
what I
ー
mean?
トな男だぜ。
Natsuya, are you still got the hots for a 6-year-old? She's 17
Yes.
or 16 now. Or whatever.
I would like to say that he's probably still a fan of her as she is now. She's just not seeing it.
He needs to not call her magic. Well, nobody knows her hang-ups, isn't it? She's not said to people, look, don't call me Magical Lily. I feel really...
Look, right. There was a thing about Melissa Joan Hart recently, right? She was
and I'm
apparently
going to say it, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes, she was apparently caught up in that shooting incident that took place recently.
Wait, what?
She
What?
was actually in the area. And
What
helped some
shooting
kids
incident?
out of the
Oh, at the
one of
school?
the ones in America, right? Yeah, the school shootings. So she apparently helped some kids out of the school, and then she went online saying, "Look, this shouldn't happen." In that. That's not the point. The point is, people still call her Sabrina the Teenage Witch, even though she hasn't been Sabrina the Teenage Witch for
For 20
how long
years or
now?
something? I don't know, fucking
Yeah.
long time. She's like
Yeah,
a mother
that
of
sticks
3,
with you.
and she has her own production.
She has a husband. She
She has a
her own
production
kids.
company or something. She has her own.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the
Dude,
fuck she's doing. Right? She does her own thing.
She has like a Melissa Joan Hart production company, and she does stuff. She produces stuff. It's kind of fucking impressive. At least this was 10 years ago or something. I heard about this.
It's the same thing with Daniel Radcliffe, right?
Harry Potter.
We all still call him Harry Potter. There was that incident last year I think, where some guy was getting mugged, and then Daniel Radcliffe just like showed up out of nowhere as backup, and me and my brother were laughing like mad at the concept. We're like,
Saved by Harry Potter.
Harry fucking Potter is your backup.
Expelliarmus. Wait, why is it not working? That is the thing with fame, isn't it? If you're extremely famous for one thing, that's how you get remembered. And to be fair,
exactly.
When I think of Melissa Joan Hart, like I don't know her. I only know her from her fame, right? From her what she's portrayed, and the one that I remember is Sabrina Teenage Witch. I don't really know of the other stuff she's done in terms of acting, where she's forward facing.
I feel like one of the only guys who remembers her as Clarissa.
Oh, Clarissa Explains It All.
Clarissa Explains It All. Yeah,
I saw bits of that. I didn't watch that properly, but I remember her neighbor used to fucking her friend neighbor dude used to put a ladder up and just like climb into her room.
Dude,
and I'm
every time he came through the window, there was that one fucking guitar twang.
And it was just like, wait, mate.
He just came through the window and goes,
how is this alright? Some dude just coming into your daughters. Like, granted they're friends, but it's a bit effy. He's not coming through the front door, eh?
Yeah, Lippy says John Wick is known as Keanu Reeves. That reminds me, I'm going to be watching John Wick soon.
I need to watch that. I don't know when I'm planning. I need to watch the 4th movie.
I rewatched the 1st movie. I'm going to watch the 2nd movie soon. My brother was skipping out our my rewatches of the first 2, but he wants to watch the 3rd one again, and then we'll all go and watch the 4th one in the cinema. Garlic Protect says that's why you named the character you play after you, like Will Smith in The Fresh Prince. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but also that's pretty narcissistic, isn't it? I don't know.
Nah, apparently, the idea was from Alfonso Ribeiro, the actor who played as Carlton. He said you should name the character after you, because then people will remember you, because this is your chance to be big, and you want them to remember you as you.
So why didn't he name him after him? Why did Carlton name himself after his name?
He wasn't the star.
Fair enough. Carlton will always be Carlton, though.
No. Uncle Phil will always be Uncle Phil.
I think he passed away.
He did a few years ago.
Yeah, Remy, so
he was too good for this earth.
Yeah, good times. We are fucking ancient. Let's carry on.
Lilia-chan, 頑張ってたね。
ダンスもキレッキレだったよな。さすがはマジカルリリーだぜ。
Here we go. So,
ところでさ、
like I said, this is how it works.
I know. I get it.
Why doesn't this music doesn't give me good feelings?
No, this is usually when it's like
something's
happening.
お前まだシングル買ってねえのかよ。Great!
Oh God.
Natsu, it's okay. I'm sure you've bought 5. Give me a free handshake from that.
Look,
Wait.
man, I'm on my path to greatness. Don't worry about it.
リリアちゃんに挨拶していきたくてさ。さっきから迷子になってるんだよ。
Wait, didn't he say? I thought they shook hands.
Yeah, he just wanted to shake her hand, but wait, don't you have to have a signed buy a album CD or something before you can shake their hand? How is he allowed to shake her hand?
Wait a minute. She was imagining that, wasn't she? This is somewhere else.
Uh-oh.
ススハラを迷子にさせるとはな。この会場は実にグレートだぜ。
Okay, now
This is somewhere else in the venue. This is somewhere else in the venue. He wasn't in the queue. She was imagining it.
Let's see.
あれこっちだったかな。あれ
Wait, how the fuck are you now lost, Natsuya?
ね 迷うでしょ
Mate, all you have to do is just follow your boner like a compass.
So these two are now
Pointing in the
talking.
direction of... Yeah,
These two are now talking to each other, and Ruria is not here.
yeah.
Right, because we're not looking at them from the perspective
This the
of Ruria.
the background is not helping, right? But
Yeah,
this
it's
is
the same
not where
fucking
Riria
background.
is.
Oh, well, whatever makes her feel better, I suppose. Late that night, my phone started glowing. Just
That's
say it
not
was
what I'm
ringing.
hearing.
I'm hearing a vibrator going off, but whatever, you can call that your phone. I didn't know the number, but I had my suspicions.
はい
Hello, who is
鈴
it?
原です夜遅くにごめんね
Oh my god. Suzuhara's calling me in the middle of the night. Fucking losing my mind here.
いえなんか予感してましたから
That's
she is
fucking
going
red
so
flags there.
Fucking deep
She's going
into
hard,
this.
isn't she? You're going
Yeah.
in hard. I had a feeling it would be you, you know. I mean, he's calling her in the middle of the night. That's...
No, he's not calling her. This is another fantasy, I'm certain of it.
Let's just imagine it's real, okay? I don't want to think this is fake.
What do you think this is?
A Ryukishi game where good stuff happens, no bad stuff.
Ryukishi and good stuff do not go together. I mean, okay, he does happy endings, right? But there's a ton of misery and suffering along the way.
I like this Japanese romance, like drama romance
This
music.
totally sounds like a romantic drama music. Yeah.
Yeah. Krat just saying you can hear a bang bang in the background. For a moment, I wondered how... Oh, fuck. I wondered how Suzuhara got my number. But I didn't feel the least bit unsettled. After all, I wanted to know what his number was too.
何でしょうか
What is it? Is there something that people do when they're talking to someone they're interested in? Do they raise their voice or lower it or something? I feel like there is
Raise
a... Is it they raise their voice a little bit when they're talking to someone they're interested in? That's funny, because whenever people talk to me, they have the deepest fucking voice ever, so... I don't know.
なんだろうね
Oh my god.
He's like...
He's
he's just like, oh yeah, I don't know how I got your
He's gonna
number."
put on like that fucking Bishinen voice, isn't he? Oh.
He's just going like, hey, I don't know how I got your number, but do you wanna go out?
No, you're putting on the fucking creeper voice.
The
Listen
fuck
to him.
boy,
He-
fuck boy.
Yeah. He's putting on the Bishinen voice.
What a weirdo, but it sounded like he had me figured out entirely. Yeah, see if this was anyone else, she'd be like, fuck off, creep. But it's like, because she's into him, she's like, oh my god, this is amazing. After all, I was the one who had business with him. Ooh. Loopy is saying you're probably talking to men.
I mean, I thought that... I actually thought that is what you were saying.
No, I'm
Garlic
just...
Critic says... Huh?
No, I'm just... Well, you can interpret it that way, actually. But I was just saying in general, when people talk to me, they don't have a higher voice.
Garlic Bread says, nothing in this game is real. Everything is Riria's imagination. She's not even an idol. She's in mental health hospital right now.
Oh, please
Section
don't.
of the Mental Health
No.
Act. Nah.
What was that Higanbana episode with the girl that thought she was popular? Fuck.
That was actually that fucking one video that blew up like mad. And I'm like, why is this one the one that's good? To be fair, I think there is something about that girl because she has the most fan art out of any Higanbana character. Even though she's only in that for that one episode.
Why? Was she? I mean,
she's
she
the
wasn't.
princess one.
She wasn't especially hot, or anything, was she? I can't remember.
I think people. I want to say I think people are identified with the character.
Oh,
or
what they relate to
empathise
being
with the character.
fucking delusional.
I mean, the whole point of her story was that she believes the lie to suppress the pain that she has.
It hurt my soul. It hurt my soul so much. She's like, oh, everyone loves me, and they're like putting fucking bugs on her food or some shit, and she doesn't.
That was it, yeah.
God,
and
that
she's
was
actually the star of the act of that play, but it's actually someone else.
That hurts my soul. Fucking just thinking about it. Thinking
It was
back
a
to
very
that episode.
real story. Written by the same genius, Mad Lad, who wrote this.
Yeah, he better not give us something that bad. Fuck me. I mean, this is kind of... But I couldn't think of what it was. Could it be, right, that she's never actually interacted with Suzumu? Or Suzuhara or whatever?
She's definitely interacted with him.
Loopy is saying you have such a weak soul. It's because I can feel it, Loopy. Because I can feel being in that position, and it hurts my soul to think of myself in that position. Maybe
the only one that bothered me was the last one, the bullying one.
The one where they die in the school bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Fucking hell, that ending was so good.
It was so cathartic. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Loopy saying I'm only feeling cringe. I admire you, Loopy, for having a strong countenance to not feel bad with these things. No, that wasn't it. Maybe I just felt I didn't need any silly reason to talk to him. I feel like this is the type of thing. Do girls act like this? Do they imagine the guy that they like talking to them and stuff like that? I suppose it has to happen, isn't it? With some people.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
I don't know. I don't know why I find it hard to. I mean, obviously she's going through some serious delusions here. But do girls like daydream of the guys phoning them up at night and being like, "Oh my god, it was destiny." Our star signs aligned. I'm a Capricorn and you're a Cancer, and apparently that goes or something.
If I was, I remember being a fucking teenager, right? And these sort of feelings do become very intense.
It was a good time, to be fair. Used to get the maddest. Used to get super turned on by this stupid, like the weakest stuff, and you'd have a fucking massive crush on whoever you thought was the hottest girl in your class or whatever. God, those were simpler times. God, I am such a jaded bastard. Anyway, you're saying, "Oh, it's so bad, and I want to watch it now." Lol. Now, Garlic Bread X is saying, "Never did a catastrophic disaster feel so great."
I know, right?
Crack Dealer is going, "Woman."
Tea.
Jeez. We need tea. Lupu is saying, "You're all weird as teenagers. You were all weird as teenagers." Nah, man. Oh my god. I loved that thing of, I don't know, I'd always have a crush on someone in my year at school, right? And it'd be unrequited. I'd never say it or anything like that, but I just love those innocent days of, I don't know, having crushes and stuff like that, and having a life where the biggest thing you worried about was your exams, and the girl that you liked in school maybe looking at you one day, and then you just kind of your mind being blown by it and thinking that she's totally into you. In reality, she doesn't know who you are. Maybe that's just me, actually. Anyway, Suzumu said, "Why don't you take a look out the window?" Let's see where this goes.
Is he gonna do the fucking Romeo and Juliet thing?
No, is he gonna do the thing where he's got a boombox over his head and he's playing music going, "I love you"?
Okay, please, let's see that happen. I want that to happen now.
I stood up and opened the nearby curtain. I saw the residential district blanketed by night. Same as always. That's a beautiful sky up there, man. But there was a familiar face under the street light in front of the house. What the fuck? Wait, are you talking to us? Did we go out to see him? Or are we just looking down at him?
Why are you questioning if this is really happening? It's not.
All of a sudden she's outside the house when she was just looking up at the sky.
No, she's not outside the house. She's looking out the window.
Yeah, this is weird though, how it's... whatever. And it won't be the last. Sorry.
Yeah, Cracktail is right. Why is it green?
Nighttime shitty. It might be the thing, but also nighttime and the lights, the sodium lights.
I mean, the lights make me think they will turn like yellowish rather than green. But
yeah,
I'm thinking You haven't played Persona 3. In Persona 3, when it's the dark hour, which is around midnight-ish, like there's a 1 hour of time where it's just like shadows running around and killing people. That's what it looks like. This green tint everywhere.
Yeah, it might be it might indicate that she's dreaming this, imagining this in the night. This is the dream world or the world of hallucination.
I want to get this fucking music track.
What, this cheesy romantic music?
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
It gives me old school anime vibes for some reason.
I'm thinking, yeah. It reminds
I like
me
it. It's comforting.
It reminds me of like 90s anime. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's comforting. Nostalgia comforting. Loopy saying you all were weird as teenagers. Mate, when I was a teenager, I was busy watching anime all day and night while sleeping. Girls are different, man. Whatever. You never understand, man. You don't understand. I was like a big guy and a teenager, man. Can't relate at all. Crack just saying I was the edgy kid in the corner. I wasn't even edgy. I was the guy in the corner that no one would talk to. I was invisible. I remember something. So speaking of, fuck, what was it called? NCIS? NCIS? CIS Investigations, the Hollywood one.
The Hollywood?
Well, it's not Hollywood, sorry. Fuck. It's not Hollywood, it's...
No, NCIS was about Marines specifically, wasn't it?
So it's not NCIS, it's CIS Las Vegas, that's it. I'm a fucking...
CSI Las Vegas.
CSI, yeah. Fuck. Yes, CSI Las Vegas had Grisham in it.
Yeah, that was Las Vegas.
So he was, they were asking him about what he was or what type of person he was at school, and he said, I was a ghost. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
He was like, I was there, but no one really remembers me or really talked to me. I was just there. And I'm like, yeah, that was me. I didn't really exist. Cracky saying red flags for this game. Yeah, it is great. Loopy saying relatable Ash. What's relatable exactly? Being a loser. I suppose some people can relate to that. Anyway.
そんな気分でした。
Go on then.
Oh. When I look back on this event, I realized I should have questioned it more.
Suddenly we're having a flashback?
I never told anyone my home phone number, to say nothing of my cell number. It wouldn't have taken much thought to realize he shouldn't have known it. Fucking no music. But at the time, he was all I could think about. Suzuhara understood me completely, so I didn't find anything strange about him knowing my number.
Alright, you see this framing where the background has been put with the black borders on the top and bottom?
Yes.
And then this character's portrait, Riria, is in front of it.
Yes.
That is used in Umaneko to signify when they're in the meta world, right?
Yes. And they're reflecting on in the game world, or what's happening. Yeah. Don't creep me out. I'm already creeped out by the fact the music's just fucking cut. It always...
It's just a really
puts me on edge.
Way of doing things.
Yeah, puts me on edge.
Says, then who was phone? Classic.
These plebs don't know I have the complete Exodia in my pocket. What? You know what they say about something being blind? Just say it, man.
Love being blind, yeah.
And so I devoted myself to that thing that looked like Suzuhara, okay? That looked like Suzuhara, okay?
Okay, I think I see where this is going.
Without finding anything odd about it. Imagine Suzuhara is actually another person that she's just seeing as Suzuhara.
That's exactly what I think is happening.
And it's some fucking weirdo.
Or it's not even anyone there.
Yeah,
like,
I'm hoping it's
she
not.
Went out by herself.
This is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping she is just imagining this, right? And there's no one there. But the creep.
That could be bad by itself, because then she's gone out by herself thinking she's in the company of someone, but she isn't.
Yeah, but the worst thing in my head is if it's some fucking weirdo who she's thinking is Suzuhara, and they could be someone really
That's bad as well, yeah.
Yeah, that creeps me out more for some reason. But don't get me wrong, Suzuhara. It's not like I trusted your doppelganger specifically. Why is it a flashback? Where are we talking from?
Yeah, why did this become past tense all of a sudden?
Yeah, all of a sudden we were doing flashbacks when it looked like we were in the present. Well, I trusted it because I thought it was you. Oh shit, so she did go for a walk with it. We know it was probably only me. Talked about a lot. What? I felt I could tell him anything. We shared several nights like that. Bloody hell. He knew the more I vented, the better I felt. But all I vented about were my own weaknesses. The more I admitted them, the more I became addicted to him. Like a drug. Eventually I came to depend on a thing that resembled Suzuhara with every fibre of my being. She's becoming the ultimate simp.
No, she's created this sort of...
Well, she is. It's the ultimate simp. She's simping for her imaginary character, which is basically her, so she's simping for herself.
Oh, that's where you're going. I thought you were talking about this guy. But nah.
No, it's an imaginary person, isn't it? Before him, I was no more than a little girl bearing her weaknesses and unleashing her troubles. I told him everything and believed whatever he said without question. If this is actually a person and they're recording these conversations, this is what worries me.
Blackmail, right?
Yeah. But I didn't mind if he thought I was weak.
きっとリリアちゃんはまだ迷ってると思うんだ。
That's the term, a tulpa.
What? What's a tulpa?
This imaginary sort of friend, yeah.
When you come up with an imaginary friend, the name for it's a tulpa?
Hang on a second. A tulpa is a concept in theosophy, mysticism, and the paranormal of an object or a being that is created through spiritual or mental powers. Modern practitioners who call themselves tulpamancers use the term to refer to a type of willed imaginary friend which practitioners consider to be sentient and relatively independent.
You imagine a sentient being into life.
Still right? Only perceived by you, but it is independent from you.
So it is like a part of your sentience formed that you can only see as a separate entity.
I suppose that's the way of putting it,
it's one way of putting it, yeah. An imaginary friend with its own mind. Holy shit. Mate.
I consider it to be a type of split personality disorder, but yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is, but could you imagine that? It's like, you could just have a bunch of friends in your head all the time.
So, do you remember in 13 Sentinels, and it's not that he was imaginary, but you know that the friend of Jiro?
Yeah.
It turned out he was not really there exactly, but he was a rogue AI running around in his mind.
Was he not the adult Jiro from like another timeline?
Yes, I didn't want to go in too much depth. I just
sorry.
wanted to give the basic framework. But yes.
Don't think about it, guys. Like, yeah.
But the way that behaved, the way that character behaved, the friend, is relatively similar to the idea of a tulpa.
I didn't think that was actually a thing.
Over here.
I didn't think that was a real thing. I didn't think you could have like something that I mean, I know you get multiple split personalities, but I didn't think you could get it in a form that you would see like this.
See someone who's not there.
Yeah, I thought it'd be something that would maybe in your mind that would take over the body at points, and then that would become the predominant personality, but not someone that you would see that you don't.
That's split personality where it's like you say, it's a personality which takes over you.
Yeah.
This is more actually, now that I think about it, this is more like a type of schizophrenia. But it still comes as a kind of dissociative identity disorder, though, doesn't it?
We're going.
I don't know. I am not a mental health expert, so don't take anything I'm taking.
Yeah, none of us know what we're talking about in this field of mental health. But Ryukishi, I think, must have an idea of these things, which is why he's able to write good stories with this sort of stuff.
He actually does, because he used to be a social worker, so he has some experience with people who had mental health issues.
Shall we continue down this path of misery?
クルス・リリアとして新しい出発をするか
れとも
To continue being magical.
居続けることを選ぶか。
Yeah.
Mate, would you ought to be magical Lily in your like 50s? Hi, I'm a cute magical girl.
What are you talking about? Imagine if she's like a chain smoker. Hi guys, it's me.
It's magical Lily. I'm gonna clean your pipes tonight.
Oh god. You had to go there.
God, fame can be so horrible, can't it?
それができたら私は最初から苦しまなかったです。
そうだよね。
It's like who was it? Is it Ridley something? The girl who was the main character in the new Star Wars movies.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have not watched any of them.
Oh well, the main, what's her name? She takes the name of Skywalker, but I can't remember what her name is. God, that's bad. I've watched all the movies well, the ones that she's in, the main ones. Episodes.
I know you're talking about the
70.
new trilogy, right?
Yeah.
But I've not watched any of them.
So like something Ridley, Daisy Ridley, I think her name is, right? The actress, and like you haven't really seen her in anything else, at least not anything big that I've heard of seen a trailer of or something.
I think you were the one who told me, but there's like a curse of Star Wars where people who become famous through Star Wars don't really end up in anything else.
So I don't think I told you about that, but I've heard of that as well. And I think one of the few exceptions was Harrison Ford, because he quickly got into Indiana Jones after Star Wars, and that became really big. And so
And
now
I would make an exception for Mark Hamill, because he became pretty good in the voiceover field, especially as the Joker.
So I think, yeah, some of them did that, but like he didn't become big as an actor after that. He did do really well in voice acting, but not in acting, which is really unfortunate, because I mean, I don't know what it is, but it is that
Luke
type.
Skywalker, yeah.
It's the typecast thing, though, isn't it? Star Wars is fucking massive, man. And if you're famous in Star Wars, this is the irony is you don't want your first big jobs to be super popular, right? Because you don't want to be typecast in like the first big roles that you do as an actor. It doesn't matter if you're kind of midway through or near the end of your career and you become massive for something. Like Robert Downey Jr. had been acting for a good while. I think he'd even been to prison and back for some reason. I don't know if he got caught.
He
in
did.
marijuana.
He was basically considered fucking unemployable when Disney. It wasn't Disney back then, but
Marvel.
they hired him because they saw Tony Stark in him.
Because Tony Stark is like that, finally. But he then became really big from that. But he'd already been known for other stuff, right? And it was like, I would say near the end of his career, or he was at a low point in his career anyway because of that stuff.
He had literally just come out of jail.
Yeah, so like, that's a
Low point
yeah.
doesn't begin to cover that.
But that's a good point to become an iconic character, because it's not like the beginning of your career where
Nothing
you
to
become
lose,
typecast.
right?
Yeah, and then he did other stuff like I don't know, he did a bunch of stuff. There was like Sherlock Holmes movies were after that, I think, and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, he was in Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, he came in some Sherlock Holmes movies at the same time as Benedict Cumberbatch was Sherlock Holmes in the BBC drama.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, they're very different Sherlock Holmes. But so he did other stuff and all that. I'm just feeling what Cracked you're saying now. Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this. My deck has no pathetic cards, but it has the legendary Exodia.
Man's playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Over there.
Jeez. Anyway, let us continue. By no means did I hate Magical Lily. She'd brought me to the height of my popularity, the manifestation of the first and last stroke of luck in my life. I didn't want to let go of her if I didn't have to. What I really wanted was to stay as Magical Lily forever.
なのに体はどんどんこんな醜い姿に。
Damn these boobs for actually being boobs, and damn my height for being higher than 3 feet. damn it!
ブクブクブクブク脂肪がつい
Oh,
て
she literally says it.
胸もお尻もこんなに醜くなって
Yeah, this is body dysmorphia really bad.
私だってこんな体にならなきゃずっとリリーでいたかった
正直に言えたね。偉いよ、リリア。
That was the first time he'd said my name so tenderly.
I like the heartbeat sound effect.
Doki doki. It felt so, so good. Like we'd grown closer than ever before. I felt tears rain down my cheeks.
マジカルリリーには戻れない
It's funny how the music makes this eerie as fuck, but if they put that romantic music in, this would feel really romantic.
This is why Rikishi calls his work sound novels, because he focuses on the sound to deliver the tone more than anything else.
Yeah, because it's really
As
making this...
evidenced by the fact that he can't fucking draw. But yeah.
He can draw better than me, mate. It's just not top level, you know what I mean? I rate him, man. He's just like, fuck it, I'm going to draw the characters as well. And I'm like, do you know what? It's an art. You have your own art style. You have your own character, like a character to the way you draw. And
His faces are crazy, yeah. Gotta love those mad faces the characters pull.
And if he can become as popular as he has based on that kind of artwork, hey, it shows you that, you know, you can make a really good visual novel and not have to have great art. So.
応援してくれたみんなが劣化だのババア化だのノッポだのだから私はクルス・リリアに生まれ変わらなければならないのよ
And God knows what would happen to her when she hits her 30s, man. Like, she'd just be suicidal.
She's a hair short of it right now.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. She's only 17, right? And like, can you imagine if she was in her 30s and she's like, man, why am I not...
Okay, I just want to say that I know it's supposed to be just ellipses, you know, ... but fucking, I thought the fucking text box was pulling a face at me.
Yeah, he's just like,
Robot face.
方法があるとしたら
No, Suzumu.
リリアは試してみたい
Oh,
Oh.
here you go.
This is not good. She's gonna go around acting like a 6-year-old now. It didn't sound like he was just spouting nonsense then.
Oh,
I knew-
it really does.
I knew that if it were possible, I wanted to do it more than anything. That's right. He must have been waiting for me to say that.
それは
君は信じてくれるかな。いや、いくらなんでも無理だよね。
I
Go
mean,
on.
you're doubting it, so
何です
We're
か
here in the fucking
もっ
park
たい
in the
ぶら
middle
ない
of the
で見
night.
せてください
please tell me in the middle of the park in the middle of the night, please.
Yeah, you might as well just tell us.
Oh my god. He took out some stuff out of his arse and gave it to me. He took something out of his pocket and showed it to me. It was a small black bottle. No, I only thought it was a black bottle. Upon closer inspection, I realized it was the contents that were... They swayed back and forth when Suzuhara shook the bottle.
She's totally gonna get fucking drugged, ain't she?
This better be imagination. Please be imagination, don't be a real person. Fine grains like sand in an hourglass.
何ですかそれ
Magic powder to make you happy.
インドのずっと北の少数部族に伝わる
As you
と
would
ても
say.
珍しい薬草の粉末なんだ。
Fuck, what the fuck? He just fucking pulled that out of his arse.
He literally pulled that fucking out of his ass.
Now
This
let's
is
ask.
bad.
Now let's think about why would they have this?
Don't fucking take any medicine you get from India. That's a bad idea.
What are you talking about? They do make legit medicine. They have pharmaceutical companies. Don't be
そ
so
の部
hard.
族では知恵者である長老を延命させるためにある飛薬を使っていたんだって
Alright. It keeps
minute.
the elderly healthy, or it keeps it elongates their life. Somehow that's going to translate to you becoming a little 6-year-old again.
それがこれ
Yeah, this doesn't go with what she wants.
Yeah, she doesn't
Yeah.
want to extend her life. She wants to revert back to
Yeah,
childhood.
Miria, so
その
you can
噂
be
が
a
古代
grotesque
中国
adult
に
for
伝わり
longer.
不老不死の薬と語られたこともあるんだそうだよ
But it might have. What does it do? Revert them to a 17-year-old? She's already 17. What's this going to do? It doesn't.
I don't get it. He's saying that this is from India. Then he says in China they're talking about an eternal youth thing. This ain't that drug though.
No, he's saying it seems rumors of a medicine that bestowed eternal youth and life made their way to ancient China as well. So the rumors made it all the way to
さす
China.
がに不死の効果はないよ人は必ずいつか死ぬ定めなんだから
What is the point of this? Yeah, this is what I'm expecting,
Crack
crap
dealer
dealer.
says. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that you get in like spam emails. Hey guys, you want your dick to grow long? Take this drug from ancient India.
It will double your size overnight. It's magical. Give me $99.99, and you can make yourselves massive today, tomorrow,
でも
next day delivery.
不老の効果は本物なんだ
So it doesn't elongate your life; it just makes you young. What?
不老っ
Or it
て
doesn't make you immortal?
老いないっ
Yeah,
てことですか？
Define youth.
全身の細胞を活性化させ長老の老化を食い止めることができたんだって
It stimulates the body cells to hold back the aging process. Mate, I'm no fucking biochemist or whatever, but that's not how that shit works.
でももともと全身の細胞がすでに老化している人にはその程度の効果しかないけれど
Why is he going on with this? Just tell her it makes her young again. What the
若
fuck?
者が摂取
Just say a genie made it. Why do we have to even...
若返りの効果があるんだ
There you go. There's the magic word there.
Wait.
Reverse.
But if someone young drinks it, it will reverse their aging process. So instead of getting older every year, they'll get younger?
Yes.
That's stupid, because you just die. You become an egg. No
Have you
way.
seen? You haven't seen the first Ant-Man movie, have you?
No.
Now the bad guy in that movie had a gun which didn't work properly. It was supposed to shrink things, but it de-aged them to the point where they just became a fetus. So he literally shot someone. They turned into a fetus. He picked up a tissue and flushed it down the toilet.
Are you fucking joking?
No, I'm not. It's in the movie.
What? So you performed a reverse abortion? That's like, it's such bad imagery, man. That's bad optics. And he flushed it down the toilet. What the fuck?
Yep.
Pure evil. That was the first thing that came to mind, but I didn't say it. Because if I did, my last hope would be gone forever.
嘘なんかじゃないよちゃんと聞く証拠もあるんだ
Galibred X says it lengthens your telomeres.
Give it to Snake.
Does that elongate your life? I think
So Snake had shortened telomeres, which is why his
the
aging is
shortened,
faster.
faster aging process.
Yeah.
誰か試したんですか？
I do think it's possible to reverse the aging process. Like, I'm not basing this in science, but I do think that one day, maybe 100 years from now, maybe 1,000 years from now, they'll find a way to kind of like limit it or slow it down by
I
a
don't
lot.
think it's possible to reverse it, but I do think it's possible to extend it.
If you think about it, cells retain the memory of what they're like, and the reason why they get older is due to the kind of duplication process. But if you're able to use
No, the problem.
stem cells, which are like...
what happens is the cells become less able to duplicate
But that's
as they go on.
Isn't it because free radicals kind of combine with certain parts of your DNA that makes it harder for them to like...
Yeah,
link to
which
stuff?
means that is now your DNA. Do you see?
Yeah, but if you could take them out and if you had a supercomputer that was mapping all of that and knew what it looked like back so many stages by reverse reversing the process in an artificial environment to see what it would look like, and you had proper gene editing, DNA editing, then you could possibly. I mean, there's lots of complications around that, and it's like easier said
Lots
than
of
done.
complications. It sounds like it'd be easier just to create a new body for yourself rather than reversing the aging of.
Yeah,
your
but
current
are you? I mean, you're just fucking creating a clone of that. I mean, if you put the brain in it, is it still you? I don't know. There's lots of ethics. Really, like the ideal would just be the existing body gets younger, like the Doctor in Doctor Who regenerates, some magic bullshit. Where it's like it's still you, but maybe it's not you. But then there's the thing of you're dying. If every day a piece of you dies because you change and you're not the same person as you were yesterday or the year before.
I think it's like every 7 years, every molecule in a body has just completely changed because of
Yeah, because cells die and get replaced, and it's like, wait,
exactly.
how do you carry on as an entity and a conscience? Is that what happens if you die? And see if they were able to bring you back or clone you? Would it be like that, where you just feel like a lot of time's passed by and you come back?
I think the answer to that question is beyond the scope of any stream, let alone this one.
But this is what we do in Ashmanic streams. We have random conversations of weirdly complex stuff sometimes, and then we drop them off because we're.
I thought we just moan about things.
And we do that as well in between. So there you go. Like these are special streams. Take my magic powder. Wait, what?
Wait,
What was the
Go
last
back a
thing
bit.
said? Has someone tried it? Yes, that someone was.
Oh no!
Alright,
Wait,
let's see this.
He might actually be someone else then.
Are you gonna fucking bullshit that you're 500 years old and for some reason you still go to high school?
500 years old. I'm expecting this to go worse than that.
Okay. I understood what he was implying, but that would mean...
普通の高校生に見えます。違うんですか？
He asked how old do I look, and she said like a high schooler. I mean, he's at high school, so technically he is a high schooler. Why wouldn't you just say 16?
僕の本当の年齢はもっともっと上なんだ。
I'm actually old. As old as
Come on,
Ashmanics,
man.
therefore ancient. That couldn't be.
Really leaning into that, aren't you?
Suzuhara, well, apparently Loopy says I'm ancient, so cheers, Loopy. Suzuhara had a baby face. He could definitely pass for a middle schooler. What? Okay.
What? Bollocks! No.
He looks like a teenager. What is she talking about? Actually, had we not met at school, I'm almost certain I would have mistaken him for one.
Rubbish.
Suzuhara whispered his true age to me, but that would make him older than my father. Holy fuck. I just couldn't believe it.
Well then.
僕はものすごい未熟児として生まれてね。半年は生きられないと言われてたんだ。
Alright, so you're premature. You're born
Wait,
prematurely.
that's not the same thing. Wait, what does that have to do with anything?
Apparently he was born so early that he was minus 40 years old. And it took him 40 years to become 16 or something.
幸いにも1歳の誕生日を迎えられたけれど、病院で管につながれたままの寝たきりだったよ。
Holy shit, man.
もちろん
This is
保育園も無理だし、
This is far too much backstory for an imaginary person that you've made up in your head.
no. This is exactly the kind of backstory I expect from someone you've made up.
Well, I was born premature, but I was stuck in the hospital for 10 years. And then when I came out, I was actually only 2 years old for some reason.
I expect batshit randomness, and that is exactly what we're getting.
ずっとずっと来年までは生きられないと言われ続けて、それを繰り返してずっと生きてきたんだよ。
Because I learned something. Ruria, I learned how to punch trees, and it kept me living forever.
I'm willing to bet this guy's not going to talk about punching trees.
Normally, you just write this off as nonsense. Yes. But though it
In
sounded...
fact, I have already done that.
But though it sounded unbelievable, I found myself accepting his story. Oh, I suppose when you get desperate, you are willing to believe bullshit, especially it's from your
Do you know,
imaginary hot boyfriend person.
Actually, this is very, very accurate to how people get into like bullshit cults.
But also scams.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is, most people wouldn't fall for it, right? The people that do, but the people who fall for these things, most of them wouldn't if they were in a normal frame of mind.
But those people pick on people who are not in good
that
situations
good frame
because they're easily susceptible to this sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the harsh reality. Yeah. Like, because you know, people are like, oh, how can you be so stupid to fall for that scam? And I'm
no,
like,
it's not stupid, it's desperation.
Yeah. Some people have that where it's like, do you know what, if you're that stupid to fall for it, it's your fault. And I'm like, that's an unfair thing to say. If you're that desperate, you from your fucking high horse, right? If you're that desperate, you ignore the bullshit and you just like, even if there's a minute chance,
yeah,
I'm going to do
fallacy.
it. It's like the lottery, right?
Gambler's fallacy.
You're more likely to be hit by lightning than win the lottery in a lot of cases, and people still play it.
Time to take your odds.
Doctors hate him. Learn how to become young and punch trees with this one weird trick. God, that is such a typical bullshit article that you see in those fucking ads on websites. You know those weird ones going, oh, look at this treatment that will make you look young, and it's got like a 80-year-old person, one half of the face, the other half is like a 20-year-old version of them or something. No,
yeah, I really hate those.
They are so fucking shit, and they're on like proper big legitimate websites, and I'm like, why did they, like, do they not like tell Google to not put scam bullshit on there as ads? What the fuck?
What do you think? Google doesn't give a shit, man.
I know, it's fucking ridiculous though. I remember when I started seeing those ads on like big websites, just like art news websites and stuff like that, and I'm like, is this is the stuff I used to see on like bullshit scam websites, and now these type of ads are coming on all websites, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? And it was all downhill from there. So then Bitcoin came, all that crypto coin stuff, and I was like, oh, this is even better, this is even worse, look at this shit. Get rich off of fucking the Jobby coin or something. But anyway, I told him everything about myself, so I wanted to accept everything he told me about himself, no matter how strange it sounded.
幸いにも僕は成人してから少しずつ健康になっていってね。
Wait, how did you get healthier?
20代の頃には少し病弱な程度の普通の体になっていたよ。
Okay.
でも
Where are you
僕は
going with
保
this?
育園にも小学校にも通ったことがない。
What, so you took magic juju juice to become a kindergartner again? Why?
Seemingly.
Oh my god.
誰もが当たり前に通ったはずの学校。そこに通えなかったことは僕にとってあまりに悲しいことだった。
Okay.
僕は当たり前の子供時代をぽっかりと失って大人になってしまったんだ。
And that really, really sucks, and I feel for you, but you're not the only person in the world that suffers from that kind of not being able to have a childhood thing.
そんな時、偶然この飛躍に出会ったんだよ。
I saw an ad in the newspaper telling me that it would answer my prayers.
じゃあ先輩はそれを飲んで若返って。
I looked 22, and then I took the medicine, I looked 21 again.
おか
Oh
げ
my
で
god.
小学校、中学校、そして高校の生活をこうして送ることができたんだ。
I want you to think about this, right? 20-some-year-old. It's like, I want to go to grade school, middle school, and high school. I want to hang around with school kids and go out with them and be a school kid and all that. That is fucking dodge.
信じられない。
Do you know it's like those isekais where So like I think Mushoku Tensei,
Tensei.
where
Yeah.
he gets reborn, but he remembers everything from his last life, even when he's a baby. And you're just like, so
Now
you're,
that's dodge.
yeah, like, because he's like, oh, my mom's feeding me milk, and he's like, yeah, and I'm just like, mate, this is not right. It's hilarious, but also not right. But then it's like, if you're 12 and you're hanging around with other 12-year-olds and you're going, it's like, mate, this is fucking not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's all of that, and it's just like, oh. I prefer the slightly better. You don't remember much of your previous life, but maybe it comes to you when you hit puberty or something like that, and you go, wait, I remember living a previous life, but it's just like vague memories. It's not like you remembered the whole life, and so therefore you are the equivalent of that person that age mentally.
僕は一度きりの生を普通に送りたかっただけなんだ。
I just wanted to be a child. You're basically a man-child. You're basically a man-child that wanted to like fucking go back to grade school. This reminds me of the people that like to wear like adult nappies and act like babies. I was watching something. There's a guy, Philly, on YouTube who like he watches these shows by like Vice and stuff like that. Documentaries that they do, and there's one on like adult babies.
Pardon me.
You know the Yakuza stuff where you see the guys wearing, yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's people, so that's based on something, right? It's not just made up, obviously.
Yeah, that's definitely a real fetish.
It's that. It's people acting like babies as adults, wearing adult nappies, and playing around like a baby in a room with like adult-sized baby toys or whatever, and having someone like change their nappies and stuff, and it's, mate. It was, I thought I'd seen weird, and I thought I was used to seeing weird stuff, but it was next level. And in America, there's like a shop, there's like a big store somewhere that specializes in selling stuff for people like this, like all the adult nappies and all the toys and stuff like that geared towards them. And the person who runs it is into that thing as well, doing that role-playing stuff. It was... A part of me died that day when I found out about that. But hey man, I suppose if you're not harming anyone.
生まれつきの体質でそれが叶わなかったけど
As long as it's between consenting adults, you know what I mean?
それを取り戻せた
Where I draw the line is if you're trying to involve minors or something, but all these people don't. They just like roleplay themselves with other adults and do weird stuff.
だからこの薬は僕にはもう不要なんだ
And it also extends to actually needing to have your nappy changed. Like crapping yourself in your nappies and stuff. It's like...
You're still talking about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
それは
うん君さえ良ければあげるよ
For free? Oh, you're so amazing, Suzumu.
Wind.
That's a great sign. He gave me the bottle. Can you believe it? I was holding a medicine too fantastic even for most fairy tales. But if this was a dream, I didn't want to wake up. Because with this, I could have my adorable body back. The one that made me the Lily everyone knew and loved.
Do you know what? I really want to see her drink it and actually turn into Lily.
You know what's gonna happen though? She's gonna drink it and then she's gonna wear like clothes that are way too small for her and run around and act like a 6-year-old, and it's gonna fucking be cringe.
No, that would be fucking great. I want to watch that.
No. But that, of course,
What are you here for? I'm here to watch the cringe, man.
but to watch the fucking mental decline and like a mentally unhinged person run around in kids' clothes.
Yes.
Oh, what? But that, of course, was all a total lie. Just how crazy was I to believe in it? Why are we retrospecting this yet? We've not even seen her go mental. I feel like we've not
Yeah.
gone to the point where we deserve a retrospective.
Yeah, no, it's just that it came out of nowhere. Like, if the arc started with her saying, "Oh man, that was a terrible shit that happened to me," it all started when, and then, you know, go diddly diddly, and then, you know, you start at the beginning of the story.
It's like
We didn't have that.
it should start with her running around on stage with a child's outfit on that's too small for her, acting like a kid, and everybody being like, what, like silent, going, what the fuck is going on here, right?
Hang on a second. You don't know if that is actually how it started, because it started with her doing her magical cleaning Princess Lily routine.
Oh my god.
So you might
Oh
want
my
to fucking
God.
hold fire on your theories.
If that is what's happening. Oh my god, oh fucking hell. Right, let's carry on.
Yeah.
Just how crazy was I to believe in it? A medicine that turned back the biological clock. That sort of thing would have made international news ages ago if it were real. It would also be
Good
massively
logic.
expensive.
Yeah. You won't be getting it from a shady dude in the back of a park at midnight. I tell you that.
You know what does happen in the back of a shady park at midnight? Kidnapping.
I mean, this dude is coming up to her with all the fucking shadiness of the merchant from RE4. Got something that might interest you.
Mate, don't throw shade at the merchant in RE4.
I am not throwing
He was a great man, right?
Yes, look, listen, I'm just saying, right, that he was also dodgy as fuck. And right now, this guy is being dodgy as fuck with an air of shiftiness. And yeah, it's just really bad.
Oof. Crack dealer is saying, I want her to drink it and it makes her boobs even bigger and her height much taller. Then
You want it to be an actual wonder drug then?
And then Susan would be like, psych, you fucking dumb bitch.
Enjoy your Kim Kardashian body now. And he just runs away.
You've got an hourglass figure. Damn, you're super sexy. Ha ha ha, suffer the pain.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest though, I wouldn't want a kid her ass is too big. People get butts implants because of people like Kim Kardashian. Like actual butt implants. What? Anyway, I'm glad. It's tough being a woman, man. Huh. You think it's sadder than I thought you had a baby face? What? You think it's sadder that I thought you had a baby face? Ha ha ha. Sorry. But I never could have dreamed he was lying. Come on.
Ooh.
Because I trusted you, random person that approaches me in the middle of the night.
It's not a random person to her. She thinks it's the guy she liked.
He's my soulmate. We have matching. It was in the stars that we were to meet. That's why I took that shady medicine without question. The real question is, what is that medicine then?
Yeah, do tell us about what happened.
Is it just cocaine? I decided to go have a shower and then use it. Why? I decided to use it right away, just like he told me to. I love how there's no instructions on how much you should take. You just like, yeah, just take it. What? Okay. I would cleanse myself in the bathroom, then put a little bit of the powder in my palm.
Oh, I see. I thought it was like something you just drink.
The smooth black grains. She's just got a fucking charcoal goddamn body wash.
It's a it's a powder that you wash.
It's like, you know, you get that. I've got a face wash that has like black
The
charcoal
scrub
in
type
it.
one, yeah.
Yeah,
because
because it's supposed to, lift away the skin. It's got some sort of thing that's like active or some bullshit. A lot of stuff has it.
It feels like you're scratching yourself with like little tiny pebbles, and it's great.
That's not the exact one I've got. I've got one that's more of a liquid, but it's got it is like a charcoal thing that's supposed to be an active thing.
It has a feeling like it's got like grains of sand, like sort of feeling, isn't it?
No, I've had that stuff, which is like they put stuff in it so that it rubs against your face. It's a scrub, right? The thing I'm talking about isn't a scrub. It's just a face wash, but it is black, so it doesn't have the particles in it to rub against your face. but it's supposed to have more active ingredients that kind of like, I don't know what the fuck, to naturally take away from something.
I was thinking of the one that feels like sand when you're scrubbing your face with it. I love that.
Those are the scrubs, yeah. They're the exfoliating scrubs, yeah. Look
that
at us.
rough feeling is just really good.
I like to scrub the dead skin from my face every morning. Manly. But also shaving is good for that as well, so good for exfoliating the skin.
Nothing better than just scraping your skin with a knife, man. Yeah.
I mean, it's what you're doing, isn't it? Taking away the dead skin from your face. At the same time as taking away the hair. There you go. Advice about face washes on an Ashmanic stream. This is what you guys come for. The smooth black grains quickly melted into ink in my warm hand. When I poked it with my finger, I saw it was a pure liquid. No matter how much I stirred it, it remained the same inky black. And so I covered my hands with it. My palms became pitch black, not like the darkness of ink. Wait, did you make that sound effect or was that in the game?
No, that was in the game.
Resolving myself, I covered my belly with it. Why did you start with your belly?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd start with the face.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Oh, look at this. Because there's movement on the screen, my upload rate's gone to 2.5 megabits per second.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
From the usual 1.5. So yeah, I knew it'd be dependent on how animated the screen is.
So then you have to test it with something like Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike or something, yeah, to get a proper... To be fair though, my normal streams would be the same as well, not using AV1. I'm sure they would spike depending on how much the thing moved as well.
Yeah. Crack Dealer says, I told you it's Venom.
And he's saying, praise the midriff. The darkness never faded, no matter how much I spread it around. Just as Sahara had said, even just a little bit of it was enough to cover my whole body. Is she doing like black, instead of blackface, black body? Yeah, there you go. Eventually I looked in the mirror to discover I looked like a jet black mannequin. Only my eyes still held any shine, making me look like a monster peeking out of the darkness. But I couldn't let it bother me.
And now you go to sleep and you wake up and you'll wake up like a new person.
Do you like wake up, it's all dried on your skin, and then when you peel it off, it peels off your...
Revealing you to be cleaning Lily.
Yeah. I was already enough of a monster as it was, so nothing that happened with my body could faze me anymore. But I was only jet black at first. Just as he'd told me, the colour started to fade, like it was being sucked into my body. The black faded away with each passing moment, and after a few minutes was gone like it'd never been there to begin with. I ran my finger across my skin, only to feel something twitching underneath it. Ooh, you're fucking infested now. I didn't find it strange at all. I figured the lymph circulation must be improving my metabolism. What?
Right, so your metabolism feels like you've been infected with the Las Plagas.
Garlic Bread X is saying she's going to wake up as a Ganguro Gyaro. Oh, well, are those like the extreme Gyaros that look super dark?
Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
They look like they've been in a tanning bed for far too long and have like burnt their skin dark brown.
Because they have. They get like they also do like the fake tan, the spray tan and all that sort of stuff.
I don't mind the spray tan because it doesn't give you cancer. But like sitting in a tanning thing and literally burning your skin just permanently damages you, man, and can give you skin cancer. So please don't do that. If you're using the spray tan, go for it. I felt the change right away the next morning. You look the same. What are you talking about? It wasn't much, but I could tell since I looked in the mirror every day. Look, that wrinkle that I thought I had is not there anymore. I'm getting younger.
Have they changed her face for this portrait?
They have not changed anything, man.
それはすごいね。ほんの数日で 実感できるくらいに変化があるなんて。
Are her parents not concerned that she's going out in the middle of the night every night? I take it she's just doing this when they're asleep and they don't know.
Probably.
Unless she doesn't have parents, she's not living with her parents, which is a possibility.
先輩と違って私現役 JK ですんで。
Unlike you, you know, you're a fucking 40-year-old man apparently.
細胞が若いから僕よりもずっと効きがいいんだろうね。
What is this fucking pseudo bullshit science?
これを毎日続けていけばもっ
What science?
ともっと
Yeah,
若
sorry,
返
there's
れるん
no
ですよ
science
ね。
this is bullshit.
でももうもらった分がなくなっちゃいました。
And now this is where you get charged the subscription fee.
Yep, and this is where we find out that she's actually just injecting fucking drugs into her. It'd be so funny if she's rolling around the cocaine in her shower. I don't know.
大丈夫だよ。持ってきてるから。次は肌になじませたら内側からなじませないといけない。
What?
Oh no! You're gonna have to eat it.
でも今度は少し刺激が強いと思うよ。
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to. You know how you're rubbing cocaine on your body? Now you have to actually eat it.
内側からなじませるってどうやるんです？
Oh, I just had a bad thought.
そんな難しいことじゃないよ。僕が教えてあげるから。
Yeah.
Demo.
This ain't good.
若い分きっと反動が強いと思うんだ。
痛いとかうずくとかその程度なら全然平気です。
Okay.
体の根本を作り直すからね。しばらく風邪に似た症状が出るかもしれない。
What?
Oh, okay.
A cold, eh?
僕の時でも熱が出たような感じで少しふらついたから。
それくらい全然。
じゃあやり方を教えるよ。
Oh, this won't be good.
I was such an idiot. I actually took that mysterious powder as told, and I put it inside me this time too. Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
what does that mean? Because you're not saying you just ate it. This is worrying me now.
I'm thinking something else now. Yeah.
Was he shoving it in her ass?
Man, shoving it in something.
Why can't you just eat it? Or just say that you ate it? Why?
She just said she was such an idiot. She realizes.
There's... But I actually felt like I was getting younger. It's called placebo effect. I believe that I could return to my heyday as Magical Lily.
No, placebo effect is when it actually happens with no explanation.
No,
It's
no,
just
no,
that
no.
You believe
It's,
it would happen, so
it's when you think it happens. It doesn't necessarily actually It's when you think it happens. It could actually happen and you're not taking it, but I think it also applies for when you think you're feeling better and it's just a placebo. Now I'm wondering about it.
I'm fairly certain placebos are when the effect actually happens, even though you didn't take the medicine that was supposed to make it happen.
Well, it's what. Well, the definition apparently to better health, vis vic. Where the hell is this? When a person's physical or mental health appears to improve after taking a placebo or dummy treatment. So it does say appear. Where is that placebo? So I don't know. That's a bit open-ended. It could be that you think it feels better, rather than it actually is. But I think as you're saying, it also applies to if you actually do feel better.
Yeah, that's at least what I've taken it to.
I mean, she thinks she's getting younger, so you could give her you could give her paracetamols and tell her that she's getting younger. If she still thinks she's getting younger, it's still like a placebo effect, isn't it?
I don't think this is not a placebo effect. It's more like she just believes that that's what's happening to her. It's not. There's nothing actually happening.
No,
Or
but
she's getting worse.
oh my god. Calibred X is saying this is painful to watch. Get the Sedge King back. What? No. No. No Sedge King.
No, the Setch King is much more of a like joke character, whereas this is painfully real.
No, he was horrible though. He was a fucking pain in the arse to deal with. And I could show you just how special I was. Just as Suzuhara told me, I put the powder into a tube-shaped piece of rolled up paper and put it in my mouth. Put it to my mouth. Okay, safe. In hindsight, I think that thing was smiling when he saw me do it. That thing, okay. Like he knew he dragged me into something from which I could never turn back.
吸ってみてむせないように
Oh, God.
Right.
God. His voice, man. What the fuck? She's huffing. Take this vape.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, she is being drugged, man.
Yep.
I hadn't felt anything when I applied it to my skin, but this time I immediately felt dizzy. I ignored it and continued to inhale, and before long I felt a heat building up in me as though my chest were on fire. I was a bit dazed, like when you spend too much time in a bath. Not even the spiced sake I'd had for New Year's made me feel like this. Suzuhara was right to say this had a lot more kick, if just inhaling a little was enough to cause all this. By the time I finished taking the entire dose, my body was burning up so badly I wanted to throw my clothes off. He told me that was a sign my cells were working to make me younger. Even after I went to bed and closed my eyes, the fires in my chest didn't fade. Quite the opposite. I felt aches different from the pounding of my heart, along with something coursing through my body. It was like I had a swarm of worms crawling through my lymph nodes and blood vessels. So, Cookso, what do you think the real life thing that she's taking is? If this is actually a real life thing and not entirely in her imagination?
I don't know exactly what drug it'll be, but it'll be the kind of drug that people use for like date rape or stuff like that.
That stuff just knocks you out though straight away, and you wake up the next day.
Yeah, and what just happened to her?
Well, she didn't say that she fell asleep, she just says it felt thingy, and then she went back home and she's still feeling weird. Normally I'd be disgusted by the sensation, but it was a sign. But I saw it as a sign my body was trying to turn young. God damn it, what the hell? By the next morning I couldn't get out of bed anymore. Oof. I had a high fever, my body was swollen, my joints ached. My mother said it was probably a cold and scolded me for going too far on my nightly walks.
Right, there you go.
But I couldn't right, so she knew that she's going out for nightly walks at least. But I couldn't afford to stop my secret meetings with Suzuhara. There was a precise dosage and so on involved, so I couldn't take it without his instructions. Has she just met a crack dealer and he's giving her drugs?
Crack dealer, what are you doing, man?
Crack dealer, are you lying to her and saying that this will make her younger and you're just getting her on drugs? I had to keep this going until I got Magical Lily's body back. I stayed in bed with a high fever through the day, snuck out when I was feeling a little better at night, and had Suzuhara give me the medicine. This routine went on for several days. My parents told me to go to the hospital, but I didn't want a doctor to order me to stop, so I skipped in secret. My face in the mirror looked haggard. However, I was convinced this was part of the process of destroying my monstrous body from within. And then, 1 week had passed since I started taking the medicine. By this point, I was starting to get vertigo in addition to high fevers, and it was a struggle just to get out of bed. Right, I'm finding it very hard to think that this is not something that's actually happening in real life. Like, this cannot be something entirely in our head.
The idea that someone was giving her drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it has to be someone in real life is doing something. However she's interpreting it. But someone in real life is giving her something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured my parents would call an ambulance if I made a fuss, so I put up with it all, no matter how hard it got. Once my rendezvous time with Suzuhara drew near, I forced myself up despite all the pain. My fever was so bad that day I could barely move. But my phone was beeping to let me know the time to meet Suzuhara had come, and so I heard onward. I had started seeing the world as mushy and distorted. It felt like it was pulsating from time to time. I couldn't even tell if I was walking on my own 2 feet, or if I was rolling about while still asleep. Even the handrail by the stairs I had grown so accustomed to warped in my eyes, and so it took a lot of effort to get down the stairs without falling. Fortunately, my parents didn't notice, and I managed to get outside. Fortunately. An odd choice of words, isn't it? I'd have been much more fortunate if I just collapsed then and there. Thanks for
the narration.
Look at you, Suzuhara. Look at this version of Suzuhara. So fucking evil.
Like refreshing as fuck.
Look at that fucking evil smile. That little smile. Like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Take my medicine.
やっぱり若いから刺激が強いんだね。
Fucking hate this. Like, I was never. This voice of his, the way he's putting it, makes it so punchable.
どうした？
熱かな。おかしく見える。
Wait, is she maybe seeing him for what he really looks like? I knew that had to be Suzuhara, but he looked very different. I figured that it must have been the fever messing up my vision. But while his voice was the same, his body wasn't.
Let's see his body.
It was like he was a big black shadow. Oh. He had long black hair that fell to the ground. Yeah, this is the thing that Toei is.
Saw at the end of the last one as well.
That was Toei. It was supposed to be Toei. The representation of her in that world.
Yeah.
And horns that looked like withered branches growing out of its head. The dim glow from the streetlights didn't illuminate much, so I couldn't even see the look on his face. But his voice was still Suzuhara's, so I still believed it was him.
今夜の服用で薬はおしまいだよ。
I don't like that filter. It gives me the like
creeps.
shivers.
あとは楽にして時間に任せて体が作り変わっていくのを待つだけだから。
Shit, this is becoming a bit like freaking the song of Saya when the monsters like brrrr and they had the weird text.
No, that was just bad though.
Yeah, this is a very light version of that, but the text, the bits of like big words and small words. Suzuhara's voice sounded odd from time to time. Something must have been up with my ears. I was in a daze and on the verge of collapse, but it was the last time, so I endured, figuring I could sleep all I wanted later. At Suzuhara's urging, we sat down by the park's flower bed. When we did, he opened his right hand and tilted his palm downward. Something seemed to flutter down from it. It was black and light, like a tiny feather, but it reflected no light even under the glow of the streetlights. And then, what looked like black snow or soot began raining down. Suzuhara caught it in his left palm, forming a small mountain. He then kneaded it with his hands, changing it into the shape of a thin tube. This was the last of the medicine. But this was the end of the line for me. I was dizzy and couldn't even trust what I was seeing. Suzuhara must have realized that because he took my hands and helped me.
さあ、頑張って。
Gambatte.
これで最後の薬だよ。これを吸い込めば呪いのすすが全身に行き渡るよ。
これで私マジカルリリーに戻れる
No.
戻れるよ。
Oh, there's
Oh my
the
God.
fucking crazy eyes.
吸って。
Well, that's fucking creepy. I did as I was told. I inhaled it deep into my lungs. And when I
And
did,
then-
my head was filled with a burst of pure light, and then I went to heaven. I was still dazed, but the sense of fatigue and suffocation that had plagued me cleared right up. I'd hit the peak. My week of penance must have finally borne fruit. Just then I saw someone walk slowly out of the light. It was a little girl. It was me, back in the good old days when I was petite and adorable.
The good old days.
Oh, the good old days when I was 6 years old. Tears of gratitude welled in her eyes and she smiled appreciatively at me.
私を取り戻すために頑張ってくれてありがとう、ババア。
Wait, no. I'm supposed to be you. Why are you in front of me?
ババアは余計よ。これで私たちはマジカルリリーを取り戻せるよ。あんたは私と一つになるの。
Okay.
これで一番輝いてたあの頃を私たちは取り戻せるわ。先輩に認めてもらえるかな。もちろんだわ。私の微笑みに耐えられる男の子なんているわけないもん。それも鈴原先輩のためだけに微笑むの。みんなのリリーじゃない、先輩だけのリリーになるの。そうしたら絶対先輩のハートを私だけのものにできるんだから。
Then I can take his heart for my own and eat it.
できるわ。だってその姿こそが私の一番なんだから。
Lily slowly embraced me. I hugged her back. I felt the heat in my chest merge with the one in hers.
あなたは私という体にできた吹き出物、ニキビみたいなもの。
Lily, what the fuck?
それをきれいさっぱり落とせば本当の私の体に帰ることができる。私の
Wait.
化け物みたいな体をきれいさっぱり落とせば。
Listen to what she's saying. What are the implications?
She's saying that we're going to burst you as a pimple and then I can come back to what I was?
もうお薬はすべて飲んだから、あとは寝て待つだけ。
And you'll be reborn as a monster.
それで私は蘇れるの。そして鈴むお兄ちゃんだけの私になるの。
Fuck, it's like the freaking... the egg hatching or whatever shit in Berserk. You'll be reborn.
早く私という吹き出物を消し去ってしまおう。そして早く綺麗な私になって会いに行こう。
Unfortunately, I don't think Suzara is into Lolly. Whoa. Wow. All of a sudden, I heard tires screeching as the car quickly took off.
Yeah, that would snap you out of it.
That sound brought me back to my senses, clearing some of the haze in my mind.
どうしたの？
Oh no, it's still shitty, Suzumu. Garlic Bread X is saying she became young again, the end. Yeah, that's not how this is going to go.
急に頭がすっきりして。
峠を越えたんだね。飛躍の効果が君の体の中に行き渡ったんだよ。
I'm wondering how much more is left.
あとは大丈夫。待つだけだよ。
Yeah, I mean, how long are they going to... Let's see that... Come on. Let's see what happens.
待つ。
Prolonging this too much.
待つだけで大丈夫だよ。
With those final words, the thing that looked like Suzuhara faded into the darkness. And there you
That's
go.
a totally normal thing to do.
You just go... I suddenly found myself worried. Oddly enough, the medicine had felt more real when it was causing my body to suffer. Now that it had all cleared up, I wondered if its effects had already stopped working. But Suzuhara said that was spreading through my body. The effects that would purge the ugly boil that I was from Lily would soon arrive. And before the week had ended, I saw it happen. A few days after I was well enough to go back to school. My body just exploded.
あったくん、おはよ
And I think... Shall we go on for a couple more, see how they react to her?
I suppose. It is starting to get a little late, though. We spent quite a bit of time just chatting about bullshit in the beginning.
I want to finish at midnight then, since it's 7 minutes from midnight.
Yeah.
挨拶なんてしてる場合じゃねえぜ。見たかよこれ。
学校に週刊誌とか持ってきたら怒られるんじゃない？
あれ？クルスリリアってリリアちゃんの記事？
Flower High member Riria Kurusu caught smoking at night. She was smoking weed. Imagine it was just weed. Imagine she rubbed weed all over her body and then she smoked it, and that's what all this shit was. The former magical Lily, after a 3-year hiatus from the peak of her popularity, made headlines with her stunning return as the newest member of Flower High, only to be caught in a major scandal. The pure idol, now a delinquent smoker.
そんなわけないよ。リリアちゃんにタバコの匂いなんてしなかった。
Do you smell it on her now?
すごいね。匂いでわかるんだ。
リリアちゃんがタバコなんて吸うわけがねえ。絶対にガセだぜ。
I mean, I have. Maybe...
No, I'm not asking you. I was asking Tsubakiko, but yeah.
Yeah, Tsubaki, unless you've got parents that smoke or someone. I mean, you can tell though, man, it's a strong smell.
Fucking
You
hell,
reek
man,
of
yeah.
it. See, if you smoke, your whole clothes, your body reeks of it, your hair reeks of it. So,
Man, the girls in the school used to go behind one of the buildings and smoke there.
Yep.
And fucking hell.
yeah,
You
it's
could
like,
smell it from ages away.
yeah, it's really off-putting as well. Ririakurusu's stunning wanderlust, caught smoking all alone at night in the park. Coming back into the limelight after a 3-year hiatus must have been stressful, sure, but she's still a minor. Even if she were an adult, it would still have been a shock to her fans that the Princess of Cleaningland smokes.
写真はリリアちゃんにそっくりだね。
Wait, don't I look like a
全
6-year-old
然
now?
似てねえよ。ちょっと似てるだけの別人に決まってるぜ。
Suzumu knows that that's her. The photo appeared to have been taken with a zoom lens. It showed Riria sitting all alone in the park late at night with what appeared to be a cigarette in her mouth. What, is it just a cigarette? Is that all it was?
Didn't you listen to the description? Was she got the powder, rolled it up into a thing and put it in her mouth?
She was in casual clothes, so she was a far cry from the glamorous girl on stage. There was no doubt that it was Riria Kurusu herself.
Chief.
Oh shit, the counselor's here.
Huh?
She's going to get in trouble with the counselor. Yes, the girl on the photo was unmistakably me. Come to think of it, I'd heard a car speeding off into the night that day. Yes, it was a cameraman. They must have been photographers or something. There was no way they'd believe me about the de-aging medicine. Even if I explained that, yeah, that's not gonna work as a defense. To an onlooker, all they saw was a cigarette. But really, I was smoking copium. My lack of words was as good as a confession. But it wasn't shock that rendered me speechless. It is. Suzumu is what attracts... This is the thing. I think he attracts the spirits that, like, fucking haunt these people. And I suppose in this world, it's what causes mental health issues, which is a weird thing to have, but... The mist still clouding my head made this all feel worlds away. Because of that, I found the guidance counsellor's interrogation tiresome. Somewhat exasperated, I decided to readily admit I'd been smoking. Oh. As a result, I was suspended from school? Is that what would... If you got caught smoking, they would suspend you?
I suppose they have to give her a harsh punishment because she's famous.
But I didn't really care.
Put it this way. If they didn't suspend her, the media would be like, oh, the school doesn't give a shit.
And the school would be like, no, we don't. Go fucking get on your bike, I don't care.
You wish it was like that.
No, I don't know. But I didn't really care anyway. School did nothing to help me sing and dance, much less earn Suzuhara's recognition. No, you need to have some skills that you can use after the... All that mattered was getting Lily's charm back. School was pointless compared to that. Does she not see that she's damaged her reputation, which is like super important for the whole Lily thing? My mother gave me an...
She's a teenager.
Yeah, I suppose you don't look far ahead as a teenager. My mother gave me an earful back at home. She was as sharp. She knew I would never do this on my own, thus she demanded the name of the instigator from me. I didn't care about the rest, but hearing Suzuhara get badmouthed would have angered me. Yeah, imagine she said it was Suzuhara and he was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he got roped into this even though he had nothing to do with it just because she was hallucinating. So instead I gave her some sob story about how I was too stressed, that I felt trapped, that all the cruel comments on the internet had hurt too badly. That's true though. For some reason she apologised at the end, saying she must have driven me into a corner. She also apologised for not recognising my efforts, but I wasn't interested. The only recognition I wanted was from Suzuhara. Oh, fuck off. Even the bigwigs at the agency gave me a hard time. They yelled at me for doing this at such a vital period of Flower High's future. Honestly, I didn't care about Flower High School anymore. Oh. So long as I could get Magical Lily back, I would make it on my own. After much uproar, I was sentenced to an indefinite suspension from idol work. It seemed
rushing through this quite quickly.
It seemed my name was promptly wiped from Flower High School's roster. Oh shit. Well,
talk about losing it all.
Well, I think we're going to leave it there.
For now, yeah.
Yeah, for now. Like, so Riria has fucked her entire career up by smoking with an imaginary Suzuhara. But then the question is, what was she smoking? Like, she was smoking an actual thing. The photographer took that photo. So what was she smoking? Because the whole Suzuhara thing was made up. It's imaginary. That is the real question here. Bread X is saying it's Japan after all. Yes, it is. She's going to bring her avatars back. So yeah, Riria has screwed her life up. And it's not looking good for her, and she's still thinking that she can become cleaning lolly girl again. Carly Bread X is saying, what was she smoking, literally and figuratively? Yeah. What was that meant to be? But yeah, we'll leave it there. I think it's getting late for us. I chatted way too much at the beginning as well, and we started a bit late, so this was Iwaihime. Hopefully we'll play this next week, Sunday. But we'll leave it here for now. I'm Ash Mannix.
I'm exhausted and it's midnight.
And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot for coming on, Crack Dealer, Garlic Bird X, Loopy. See you later.
Night, everyone.